No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. We're back. What is this, 201, 202? 202. And we back, and we at the desk.
202.
And I have been gone for a month, and I just want to say that, man, that was the best. That was the best month of my life. I feel so relaxed, so relieved, so like my mind state is just at a better place than like where it's been for probably years, realistically. So I'm just like, I just want to throw that out there right away.
Shout out the bidet.
Man, I did not hit the
bidet.
bidet.
Yeah, he did. It relaxed him. He's relaxed now.
I'm going to be real with you. I couldn't even figure out how it works.
Me neither. Well, didn't I tell you that?
It sprays in like a weird direction, right?
It's like, where do you...
The bidet give him a chance.
But by the time, no, bro, look at this. You ever seen anything like this?
Yeah, you're a black man.
Bro, I look like that one dude. You remember there was a dude on Vlad back in the day who was doing like melanin injections or something, trying to turn black?
Yeah. No.
You remember him? I'm going to pull it up. Where is it? Look, I gotta show this. Josh.
I seen a female that did it, and she's black now.
Nah,
you seen the girl with
crazy.
the fixed up body and the fucking...
Bro, no, I gotta show it. Vlad Melanin. This should show it. This guy,
wow.
Nuka Zeus, on what made him decide to do skin injections to become black. I don't really agree with that title because I don't feel like skin injections could make you black, but I feel like that dude right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's black.
Look how slimy and just oily looking his face. Who is this guy?
Did the shots give him those craters, or he had the craters first?
That's a good question, honestly. I feel like everybody probably like I don't know. Honestly, that's a good question.
Yeah,
like I feel like probably
like
putting something that unnatural in your skin But right now I'm flaking up. I got my skin like peeling off right now, and you can see like
they burn your boy.
A more normal color developing, but then I keep peeling these little chunks off. I should probably really take a shower right now.
It's like gold member.
Yeah, like what?
Gold member.
What's that?
Gold member from off of Austin Powers.
Is that something else I should Google?
You remember the dude that the gold flakes used to fall off of him?
There was like a gold guy. This is what this podcast is turning into. I'm just Googling everything.
That dude, you don't remember? And he used to save the skin. Like, oh, that's a good one.
Was that from the first one or the second one?
The third one.
The third one. I didn't stick around that long.
Yeah, nah, he's definitely a hell of a character.
I remember sneaking into Austin Powers in 11th grade, 2001 or something.
Groovy, baby.
Good times. But yeah, I just want to announce that first things and first off is that like I don't know. I feel like realistically over the last year or something that there might have been times where I was getting a little bit on edge, not having fun on camera. You know, there was definitely moments where I felt like I was losing control of the podcast and there was just too much going on that I didn't appreciate or I didn't like. So I feel like taking that month and just really being able to kind of like free myself and to really be able to take a step back and look at the podcast and what we got going on and stuff, it really made me feel like thankful for what we got, even though obviously we've been through a lot of turmoil, a lot of crazy shit over the last, couple of years. But I don't know. I'm happy to be back in the zone and happy to be podcasting with y'all, even though shitty text messages somewhere right
No.
now.
We're getting a topic. I'm texting about a topic for the show.
What?
This is business.
Who's talking about what?
I'm texting my go-to guy, man, Milk Tyson.
Okay, because he has a different Milk for the record. Because everybody gonna think you're talking about a different Milk.
They always think I'm talking about Milk 74. I have a best friend. He happens to be white. Little short, fat white guy, my favorite dude.
Right.
And his name's Milk Tyson, the certified drug dealer, man. He got the drug dealer tat, and he does, what does he do?
What, he got drug dealer tattoo across his chest?
You haven't seen that?
I didn't see that.
Well, he donates to the kids. Children's Hospital deals with kids with underlying conditions,
drug money,
cancer
right?
and stuff. But no. That's why the feds got up on him. So when we were young, we were getting tatted and shit all the time, and he got like the Twitter verification. This is before they had verification on
that didn't age well.
Instagram.
I'll be real, that did not age too well.
So it has the Twitter check, and it's a big drug dealer going across his chest.
Wow.
He wasn't that smart. We used to do all type of, kids.
Has he ever been to jail?
I don't know, but the feds raided him and tried to shut down his program because they really thought that he was funneling drug money through the nonprofit.
I kind of assumed that's what he was doing too.
Nah.
No?
Milk never was that big of a drug dealer.
But you remember there was a video with me and AD where we gave a girl 10 grand or something. and he set it all up and
Yeah.
stuff. But I think the mom was talking shit or something. I forget.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody. Once you don't get another 10 grand, they're talking bull crap. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
shout out to you and AD for the 10,000, man.
Yeah, that was a good time. But man, how y'all been doing in the interim? There's been a lot of crazy shit going on that I want to ask some of y'all about from the podcast and everything.
Let's get to it.
Well,
Let's get to how you been doing, man.
I had COVID for 2 weeks.
People thought you disappeared. Did you lose some weight?
A lot.
Yeah,
Damn, you kind of look like you're falling apart. That's crazy.
I'm 230 now.
What were you before?
250.
You lost 20 pounds?
I don't know.
I mean, no, like math-wise.
Math
that was how that
that's
was working.
20 pounds. That's a dub. You know what I'm saying? 50 minus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If I subtract 50 and 30, I don't know.
I mean, you might get 20, maybe.
But how was your COVID experience?
Oh, that shit sucked, dude. I've been shot and I complain way more.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were just laid up the whole time? It was terrible?
I was falling asleep before the sun was set. Like 7:30, I was in bed.
But that's kind of like the story that you've been telling us every time we ask you about what's been going on the weekends and stuff. You're kind of like, yeah, I slept for like 48 hours straight and shit. So I feel like COVID probably like fit in pretty well for you.
No, 48 hours I get from 12 a.m. But 7 p.m. I was in bed.
Yeah.
That shit sucked.
My COVID experience was unbelievably terrible too, so I feel you on that.
Mine was terrible too.
You got it too?
The first time the
3
second
survivors.
I hope that it wasn't it the second time because I was everywhere. But I took a test and didn't. I didn't just keep taking tests.
I had that too, where I got it. I thought I had it.
It was hurting,
but then it didn't test for it. But I really, really felt like I had it.
Yeah. So I was in Houston when I got COVID. This is like probably 2021.
Mm.
I had to keep my room for 10 days because I was still like people weren't I know people weren't doing
You was
this,
at
bro.
a hotel?
I quarantined inside of a hotel. I didn't go around people. I stayed in the room for like 12 to 14 days. Like this is before they said, 5 days, 7 days. Remember at first it was 14.
Right.
So my rental car ended up being 14 days. My room was 14 days. I tried to pull the COVID thing. They told me to kiss ass and suck dick. But no, I was like over fucked up. I couldn't. Like once my taste went away, it was just the worst.
It's easy to forget about how serious that shit felt at that time.
Yeah. It's like can't roll out the bed, can't talk to nobody. Every time I sit up this way, I got a pounding headache.
Right.
But one thing that works, and I don't advise you guys to try it, but one thing that used to put me on my feet every day and have me running around the room. You're close. Percocets.
How'd I know?
They knock the fever out. They get you back.
Really?
Yeah.
So then you were like, I'm going to just keep taking these every day.
I
I
ate like 60 of them in fucking 2 weeks.
In the course of having COVID?
Yeah.
You upped the dose?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, if you pop a couple and you're sitting in the room and you pop, you start getting like used to that shit.
Yeah, well, that's
Immune
addiction.
to it. I know.
Yeah.
We went through this already.
Yeah, no, but when I got my hair transplant, they gave me a bunch of perks. Man, it is
You were
hard to not
addicted
just
to
keep
stop.
taking
Yeah,
them.
that's
Like,
what I said.
it feels good, and then it feels real bad. You
Yeah.
feel great for a few hours, and you don't feel so
terrible.
good.
And it's like I need another real good feeling.
Yeah, and
and
I'm
you're
like
chasing it.
40. You know, even at that time, I would have been like 36 or some shit, and that shit is the negative side of it. You really feel it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I think when I quit, I'm gonna just go to an inpatient for a week,
Really,
or 2 weeks. Yeah,
You got plans to quit?
yeah.
But we need to have a perk party before then, though.
Oh yeah, no. It's probably like 10 years from now.
10 years? What are you, 33?
You trying to die?
35. Huh?
You trying to die?
Do perks for 10 years?
I mean,
You ain't
no,
gonna
it's
die.
a medicine. People do perks. Them old people been doing perks. When you get prescribed that shit, it doesn't.
Nobody is prescribed it for 10 years.
Yeah, they
Ooh,
are.
Why are you serious?
Yeah.
There's people
That's normal.
Do you know that the perks aren't the highest dose of opioids? Like they have these things called opanas and shit too.
Oh,
And they're
word?
like 40 milligrams and
Oh.
60 milligrams, 80.
And also, just what you get prescribed is all about what kind of doctor you got.
Yeah.
Like, if you got a doctor who's happy to watch you die, they'll keep you on them for 10
That's
years.
what I
No
was about
problem.
to say.
yeah.
How long do you think Michael Jackson was on it?
He just got a cool ass doctor.
2 years.
2 years.
I know
Man,
doctors in
you're
Beverly
crazy.
Hills that for sure would prescribe me 10 years worth of
For
Percocets.
sure. For sure.
Because they'll prescribe you
It's
anything
like
else you want,
whatever they
too.
want. Prince. You think Prince first just started? They've been doing that shit since it was a Quaalude.
I think he was sneaky on the fake ones.
I don't think they have fake ones back then.
Prince?
Fake Percocets back then?
No. Oh, he didn't die off a fake person. Did he?
Well, I don't know. Where did Prince die from?
No, he died off a Percocet overdose because he took too many.
He died off of fentanyl.
No.
Look it up.
Why would you just assume
Look it
that,
up,
though?
bro. He died because he took too many of them motherfuckers.
Yo,
I assume every celebrity that overdosed.
you ain't
okay,
never
you don't
even
need to take your phone out. I am the Google man.
Yeah, Google
Prince,
everything.
cause of death.
Oh, if it say fentanyl, I'm gonna be so hyped. Oh!
Oh,
Prince died after accidentally overdosing on fentanyl.
Oh, somebody sold Prince the fake pack.
perks. Fake
He
perks.
knows because he
Give
was
you
a
that.
fake perk dealer.
I'll give you that.
You win.
He's not.
Oh, 6-0.
He's never seen fentanyl a day in his life though. That's he always talks about fentanyl. You never seen a pack of Fetty.
You crazy? September 2019, I smuggled fentanyl through the airport
Why?
to get it to the other side.
Oh, you just need to get it to New York?
Yeah.
Do you know the statute of limitations?
Nah, that's cool.
Ain't nobody died.
How are they gonna prove it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I wouldn't have said that though.
Statute of limitations on smuggling perks?
So what, you took a whole brick of fentanyl?
Nah.
We not gonna talk about
He had
the
a patch.
amount.
That's what I was about to say. You ain't seen no fentanyl. You probably seen a perky pill. You ain't
Yeah,
seen no
let's
bricks of
go-
fentanyl.
let's go
Yeah,
with
I was
that.
about to say you ain't seen no brick of
If the
fentanyl.
cops act say
I
that.
just know that you're not in a circle where they have bricks of fentanyl.
Not anymore.
You don't want to be around that.
Yeah.
All right, this is my question though, is that while I was gone, we got to see the Court China Mac head-on collision.
Skirt.
And then you bitched out and got COVID. What how was that for you?
He's way taller in person.
That's a Flacco comment.
Yeah.
I would not have talked shit if I knew he was that height.
You thought he was. You always have the wrong answers.
Yeah.
He said I wouldn't have talked shit. It doesn't matter. It's not. What if he's taller than you and can't fight? Tall people.
Nigga Chinese.
Motherfuckers
man.
got
easy.
guns.
That's an easier. That's
I
it.
thought he was the little Chinese man.
I feel like all the taller dudes I fight, if they not used to fighting short dudes, that we win because they not used to like the reach.
punch
Yeah,
him
because
down.
once we get up under the reach, it's no way you can. You got to start doing this shit.
Wait, so you think China Mac would fuck you up?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
You said it.
I kind of give it to him. I think he would probably fuck
We
me
told
up.
you that. We told you that.
Yeah, we
when
did- we
said,
told you
when
that in the
when you
beginning.
said you went to box, like let's try another sport.
Because I thought it was a boxing match, man.
Yeah.
Well, we could do
But
that.
even in the ring, I don't think that you had to win.
He didn't want to get in the ring. He wanted to go right there.
The money right, he would have met you in the ring.
But he never actually made any real effort
wanted
to fight
to
you,
beat
right?
He never
my
wanted
ass
to fight you. It
free.
wasn't really real beef, man. You know what I'm saying?
He was just trying to tell you
Shout
to
out
step it
China
up
Mac.
on the pod.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Court's diss song. Y'all go stream that right now.
Oh yeah, he
But-
ain't replied neither. So
You did a China Mac diss?
Yeah, I'm undefeated.
Can we play it and we won't get banned?
Nah,
Shut the fuck up. I wanna see it.
Are you monetizing?
Yeah,
I'm saying, do you have it to where if anybody plays that song,
It's on
that
YouTube?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Court
But
diss.
he's saying that it's gonna shut down the shit.
Why does Duop Kane have a video called Fuck Court?
Oh, that's fire.
I might have to cover that. What should I look up to find your channel?
Oh, Chinese yearner.
Oh, man. What is the Yerna thing? Look at the top thing.
Scroll
Oh
down.
my god.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, Yerna.
120 views.
It means
All right. We got to do quiet on the set so we can hear what you brought to the table. Shout out to all the Asian people out there who are going to be offended by this, I assume.
Nah, I don't think he went Asian crazy.
Sounds like a Mobb Deep song already.
Yo, it's a nigga named China Mac. He made music, he be trying to rap. Truth be told, the shit is kinda whack. Now he think he got snap with the streaming and shit. He want my spot, he got dreams of that shit. Shut the fuck up, talking all that shit from your computer shit. How you 41 and you ain't got no fucking facial hair?
You don't got no facial hair. All right. No more ad lib.
Look like Ash Ketchum. When I catch him, I'ma take it there. Yelling gung ha fa choi when I clear the air. This nigga here, transsexual, a lady boy. Nobody give a fuck if you was tough in the 80s, boy. And my hands still work, so don't talk too fast. So stop turning down the fades and let me wash your ass.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo.
Shout out to my main man.
Yo, you know what that made me just feel like is like anybody who ever told you it's easy to be a boom bap rapper or it's easy to be a Griselda rapper, it doesn't seem that easy.
It's not.
Because it's like if you're gonna rap super fucking slow with like no variation sonically in your voice, you got to really be going for it.
You got to be cutting them up.
I don't know, though. I was all right.
It was decent.
Why you call him a lady boy?
And you said that he was going to turn down fades. And he came with, that's probably why he came in there with that energy. I didn't hear that part.
Didn't he do like 10 years in prison?
Yeah.
So?
What I'm saying is, we're not going back to that.
Yeah.
I'm not going into that.
Are we gonna rock out with China Mac next week?
For sure.
Yeah,
if he's
I
around?
like him.
Yeah, friends
now
now.
that he's heard Chinese Yerna. What the fuck is a
he heard
Yerna
that.
anyway?
He's definitely one of the 120 that listen.
What's a Yerna?
A Chinese Yerna.
Isn't it a dick?
Hey,
Comments are turned off. Were you scared?
nah, that's just
Oh,
Distro Kid.
Nah, Distro Kid didn't do that.
What?
Distro Kid didn't turn off.
Why
the
you
comment.
don't even got a video tab? It's just like you got playlist, home, and then about.
Distro Kid definitely about to track that and try to take it, block us from monetizing off the show.
Nah, because
He hit the
Distro Kid,
YouTube-
but he's working
He
on
hit
that.
the YouTube click.
We might have to actually.
It's a YouTube tracker thing that if you hit it, it say track my song on YouTube. It gets it like on my page. I can't even monetize, but it goes straight to Distro Kid.
If we don't make any chili off this podcast because of the fact that Court's claiming it because of his song, then we're gonna have a real issue.
Yeah, we gonna set.
I'm
that
not
up.
claiming shit.
Yeah, you are. You're claiming you're gonna beat up China Mac and you're claiming he is a lady boy. Anyway, as long as you're claiming shit, I also want to claim that we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. Well, MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into truly realistic casino experiences featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. Take advantage of weekly blackjack tournaments and a brand new collection of high-end games for a chance at real cash rewards. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action is in your hands, and the best part is you don't even need to wear pants. Your adventure at the MyBookie Casino begins today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code NOJUMPER, one word, that's promo code NOJUMPER, to secure yourself a sweet deposit bonus. And that's not all, because their revamped loyalty program ensures that you will be showered with rewards, including free spins, cashback offers, and a host of exclusive VIP perks. No, not those kind of perks. The more you play, the more you win. Play anytime, anywhere with the MyBookie Casino. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like I should talk about the trip at least a little bit.
Yeah,
You know, I was gone for a month.
Can I interview you about your trip?
Ask
Go
me a
ahead.
couple
you
questions,
Open up.
yeah.
You go. You start it, and then I'm gonna vibe off of it.
All right, so we started out in Florence, Italy, which is like an old rustic city in Italy. That's where like everybody was
right
at.
next to Pisa, right?
Is
Or
it?
Is it close to the
We
Leaning
definitely
Tower of
stayed with
Pisa?
some pizza.
Yeah, like 45 minutes. from
45
Pisa.
minutes. Yeah, and then like we went to, what was it, Tuscany for the actual wedding. So that was a good time. But all right, I did something really stupid. So I get out there and I'm dealing with the jet lag and everything like that. And there was like a welcome dinner. So it's like, let's say like there's a welcome dinner on a Wednesday, and then Thursday is like a free day, and then the wedding is Friday.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday, we have everybody together, all the friends, all the porn star bitches, all the family members and everything. And I proceed to get fucking shit-faced and drank like over a whole bottle of wine at the family thing. Now, I was good. Like I was in a great state of mind, feeling good, like laughing, having a grand old time with
Amongst
everybody.
family.
But I'm not really a drinker at this point in my life. And the fucking like the hangover the next day was just brutal. Like whatever I was dealing with the jet lag, it just got so much worse the next day after that. And I fucked it up too because I took like a 4-hour fucking nap, and that just threw my whole sleep schedule off so bad.
You either have to stay up one whole day or sleep one whole day.
I didn't have it in me. I just fucked up. Like I had this thing where I kept like sleeping like 2 hours. I go to bed at like midnight, sleep 2 hours, wake up, just laying there, just staring at the fucking ceiling for 8 hours.
Nobody noticed that the group chat just started ringing at 2:35 or 5 a.m., 4 a.m. It's like, Adam.
No, but it's like a 9-hour difference, so it's probably a normal time for you there.
Yeah, no, but then it'll be going throughout the day, so it's like you could tell you were spot sleeping.
But then, okay, so the next day after I got drunk or whatever, I go out with the guys.
Were you throwing up?
Nah, I wasn't hungover like that. I don't know, something with the jet lag and the hangover that just fucking killed me. But then the next day we all go out to eat, all the guys, and somebody, Desto Dub, offers me a big ass mushroom fucking chocolate bar.
Shout out to fucking Drug Dub.
And I'm already like I'm already hungover as fuck. And then I'm also like dealing with like kind of the anxiety of like, oh, I'm about to get married and stuff, which is not like
it's hella anxiety.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because it shouldn't. Because it's like I've been with this girl for 7 fucking years. Like, why do I feel anxious about this? But somehow, I took those mushrooms and it absolutely just made me so paranoid and weird. Jason's sitting right here. He could tell you we were supposed to go out that night and like have a good time and stuff. And I went out with him for like a half hour. I was like, I gotta go. I can't be here. Like I gotta go home. And I don't know. I really like mushrooms were not a great choice. I feel like mushrooms kind of like augment your mood of wherever you're at mentally.
Yeah.
So if you're chilling, the mushrooms can make you like really have a great time.
Yeah, but if you're having a shitty ass day, then
that was
you
not
feel
a great
everything.
idea.
It gets even worse.
Yeah.
Mushrooms make you feel
Did you do
everything.
chocolate or you had raw?
Yeah, it was a big ass chocolate bar.
Oh, so this is my take on chocolate. Every time I take chocolate, I get depressed.
Really?
Yeah, but if I take a fucking
The gummies?
no, if I take the raw,
Just the raw mushrooms?
it's up. I'm everywhere. I don't know what it is. If they put a cheaper mushroom in there, or if they just the chocolate, the chemical reaction to chocolate and mushroom, because it's always mellow. It's not the. Did you stop in Amsterdam at all? Did you do a European tour or you stayed in Italy?
No, we okay, so I'll get to that. But so then the next day was the fucking wedding. I won't get super into it because it's boring probably for people, but it was dope. What?
That's your life.
Nah, but it's like, what am I going to say about it? Like,
by the way, for someone who was there, it was not boring.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, come on.
I feel like me retelling it is boring. All right, Josh, I forgot you had a mic. What you tell me something interesting about the wedding.
I've never seen fireworks at a wedding before.
At
a castle.
You know what I found out though is that
You had a castle?
It was at a castle.
It
was at a castle.
Overlooking
you
all
fucking
of the
privileged white
Tuscan
guy.
mountains. It was one of the most
talking about it was so boring.
Okay, I feel like I'm feeling like I'm insecure because like I think it's gonna be boring for them to hear about it because it's like, and then we went to this beautiful castle and they're sitting at home like, bro, we're trying to laugh, we're trying to hear something entertaining. Like you're talking about a castle.
Did any cat shit happen at the wedding? Did anybody get too drunk at the repast?
Nah, but the funniest shit about it was
repast.
My parents have never probably stayed out past like 8 p.m. in their entire adult lives, and my girl had the whole shit set up, so we were all like partying until like 1 a.m, and I'm just looking over at my fucking poor parents, just miserable. Like they were so over it by the end of it. Oh man, I felt so bad for them.
Do you think 3 days in, 9 hours? They were partying about 5 o'clock. What's that? What does that go to? Like 5 p.m.
I'm not sure about how the time zone worked, but they were probably already all fucked up from the jet lag. And then like they're being forced to stay with all these crazy ass Armenian people dancing and getting drunk and shit until 1 a.m. I'm just looking over. I'll catch eyes with my mom and I could just tell that she wanted to go to bed so bad.
Try to hurry up and turn your face. You know.
Hey, and I asked about the fucking fireworks, and it was only like a couple $1,000 for the fucking we had like a 9-minute firework display.
But
that was pretty OD.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've never been to a wedding and seen.
Did it pop hearts with it up? Did you get any special?
I don't think we had hearts.
No, but it was all timed to like music and.
Oh yeah. That was super dope. You had a Disneyland fucking show.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
we were
that's what I
watching
was
like a
about to say.
Disney fireworks show.
Did you guys visit Venice?
No. So okay, that was the Italy part of it. So then right after that, we go to the Amalfi Coast, which is like the craziest fucking part of Italy. Like you're just on the side of the mountain, and you got to drive up these skinny ass roads that like two cars cannot fit on the road at the same time. So you have to like pull over and like creep around the other car over and over and over in order to even like get around this part of it.
Is it cliffy?
Yeah, like definitely somebody died like a few days before we got there because they fucking drove right off the side of this shit and just like their car like rolled over into somebody's fucking crib.
Was the car still there?
Nah, I just heard about it from a driver or whatever. But then so we did the Amalfi Coast for like we did like this area of the Amalfi Coast called Ravello for like 3-4 days, and then we went to Capri, which is this other bougie ass like super rich fucking part of Italy, whatever. Yeah, so we did that those were the first 2 sections. Then we went to Barcelona, which I've already spent a shitload of time in Barcelona, and it's amazing.
Amazing. I was about to see how my eyes lit up. Yeah. Like Barcelona, I'm kind of jade. I'm jealous.
Yeah, no, that was because I spent a month in Barcelona one time before, so I really got to like know it super well. But we were only out there for like 3 days. She had a bunch of like sightseeing and tourist shit organized and stuff, so that was a good time. Took my kid to the Macba, which is this like super famous like museum that's like a skate park. There's literally like 200 skaters there all day, every day.
Did you get recognized?
I'm gonna be real. I got recognized like a couple times in every country I went to, but it wasn't really that much. I felt like super anonymous the whole time I was there because just not that many English speaking people in all these countries and shit. But and then we went to Mallorca, which is this other part of Spain where we had this villa that was just some baller ass shit that we just stayed in, and that was super fucking fun. I got sick while we were out there, so I didn't fully enjoy it.
Stop you for a second?
Yeah.
All right, so Barcelona, did you go? What the fuck is the name of that drug block? Like the block where you could do any drug. They're out all night right there.
I don't know. They got that?
Yeah, it's like a red light district, but it's not like prostitutes in the window red light district. It's like a little block in Spain or like a strip in Barcelona where you go and they party all night, and it's like little carts that have drugs and all that stuff.
I feel like I may have ended up there over the time that I was there previously in my BMX days, but no, definitely not this time around with the kid and shit. I'm not trying to take my kids to the drug block.
Yeah, I got some.
Fig.
I got some. Well, I got some pussy in the alley for free.
For real?
Yeah.
You don't want pussy for free there, like, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was like a girl that I bought. From the show.
I thought you were talking about a free prostitute on the side of the road in the drug block.
No,
okay, yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. Nobody.
There was a picture I should have sent it to you. There was a picture I took at one point of a girl just walking around damn near butt naked on the streets of Barcelona.
No. You sent it to me.
Oh, I did send it to you?
And I was like, and then you were pushing the stroller too, baby. You had the ass all in her face. Not right in there, but I'm just saying.
I'm pushing the stroller and probably like 10 feet in front of me.
In her face.
Naked bitches walking down the street. Yeah. I'm just like, this is some crazy. I didn't put that on the story though. Not naked. She was wearing like fishnets and shit. But it still was like, this is some weird shit of having a seat. Because I was in a nice ass part of Barcelona when that happened too. Like it was not like, I wasn't expecting to run into that environment at all. But then the Mallorca shit, and then we went to Saint-Tropez, which I was saying wrong. I was saying Saint-Tropez at first. But so that was like one of the most baller ass parts of France I never even knew that this type of place fucking existed. And then we ended it up
only a rap song
in Cannes. It's basically like where they do the film festival and shit. So we had like a crazy ass hotel there. It was just ridiculous, honestly. Like, just the whole fucking month was just the best thing that I feel like I could have possibly done for my mental state after this hectic-ass fucking year was to just disassociate from everything and just take a month off to just fucking hang out. And then, like, some of the places we were doing more touristy stuff, and then some places where, like, just hanging out by the pool all day, every day, or going to the beach and shit.
Yeah.
I got a lot of variety.
We're older now. Nobody wants to hit the club every night for 30 days.
No.
I'm against the club. I don't like the club.
My girl hit the club a couple times, like with her fucking friend / assistant that was with us the whole time, but I wasn't really tempted. I stayed in and watched the kid. I'm like, you guys can go have a good time.
Do your thing, yeah. We'll have fun during the day.
Some dude came up to my girl in France, though, trying to holler at her, and she just, like, shut it down or whatever. And then he comes back and is like, are you Adam 22's wife? Which, after not getting recognized for, like, a huge portion of the time that I was there, that seemed fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm, like, really underselling the whole thing because there was just so much... I mean, but there's not like good stories and shit. It was just like
that's because you were with your wife and you had so it's more intimate than
it was just like wholesome shit, just hanging out. The kid basically like limits you to only being able to do so many things while you're out there and everything.
Which could be a good thing because you guys probably would have ended up shooting plug talk out there.
We have talked about that. Like, we need to come back to some of these cities because we know porn girls out there that would be great to work with. But
that'd be dope.
No, we sometimes when she would be sleeping, then we would like shoot a little bit of plug like OnlyFans content out on the balcony or whatever, you know. So a little bit of that, but nothing too crazy.
And that was the wedding. I told him it was like
there's my summary.
I said the repass, you guys, because I told him
what the hell is that?
I told him the wedding
Black
is
people
the wedding. No.
funerals.
That's the party after the wedding. But what I'm saying is, it was a funeral. It's the end of your life as a regular person. You're married now, so it ended one.
But I feel like I've been married for so long, basically.
Yeah, but now you're married. Shit's
For
changed.
me,
You're on paper.
It doesn't really feel like anything changed, but definitely like on paper, you know.
Yeah. So the only reason that I say that is because it's like the end of one life, like your bachelor and all of that is over with. Now it's a whole new life because you're married.
Right.
So now, I mean, but you guys been together for what?
7 years almost.
Yeah. So
I keep like having conversations with friends of mine who are like, they're like, yeah, I went to the courthouse. Like, we got married in the courthouse. It took like 20 minutes. And I'm like, fuck. Like, we fucking balled the fuck out, went on this month-long honeymoon. But I'm really glad we did it. Because, I don't know. I traveled the world, like, doing the BMX shit all those years. And this was just, like, such a different version of traveling the world. To just being on, like, in a lot of these places, I really actually got to see how rich people live. And I felt so motherfucking out of place. Just like so not on the level of these people. And just so like, just, I don't know. Like I was just on some straight foreign shit with that. So I don't know. I mean, I've actually like at many times I just kind of had to sit back and be like, damn, like I would feel so much more comfortable and at home if I was like riding my bike or like just hanging out with the guys eating fucking pizza instead of sitting here eating a $800 meal in a 3-star Michelin restaurant and shit. Like,
how was the Michelin shit?
I mean, it's dope, but it's also
like a scam.
It's like they're challenging you to eat the weirdest fucking flavors you could possibly eat, you know? And it's like, it's cool, and it's like a cool experience, but it's not like I really have the palate or the taste buds to really appreciate the fucking level of cuisine that we're having, right? Like, I don't know, it just felt kind of crazy. Like, this is just not me. Like, it's fun, but I would feel so much more comfortable in a variety of different elements, basically. I don't know. So there's my tale.
well, it beat the fuck out of our month.
Especially mine.
Oh man, you've been laid up with COVID. You've been doing battle. What's going on?
Nah, I've been shooting a movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. What's up with this movie?
It's called The Biggest Boss. It'll be out. Fubu Network is the one who funded the movie.
Fubu.
What's going on with Fubu?
Whoever bought it, I think his name is Rush.
Right.
Well, I know his name is Rush now, but
Bro, I was talking about Fubu on the podcast one time, and then the Fubu Instagram reposted a clip of me being like, "Whoa, Fubu has a network." I was like, "Bro, I feel like they're down bad if they're like snipping a fucking podcast clip of me saying that."
Well, rumor has it that that their office is right here somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we should pull up. They got clothes?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I fuck with the dude now, so it's like we can pull up over there.
Bro, I seen Dapper Dan going in on Fubu today.
Why?
You want to hear this? I could probably pull it up on the screen, make it even better.
Like
Josh?
in one of the scenes, like one of my aces in the movie, he's wearing like a Fubu jersey. It's like a throwback scene, and he has a Fubu jersey on and shit.
Yeah, I remember when fucking Yuri was in here rocking a Fubu shirt, and he didn't even know what it was. I can't, look at Dapper Dan. I can't believe Fubu doesn't understand what I was saying and how I was pointing out how critically important they were to the culture when they started. Maybe they were too young then to understand what was happening. I'm going to make an appointment to go on the Breakfast Club and break it all down. They set down a blueprint that is the most important action that has been taken even up until now. They saved the culture but don't even understand how they did it. I don't know what he's talking about. What did Fubu, like, maybe I can Google.
What, back in the day? Is he saying the first run?
He must have done an interview. Yeah, look at this. This came out relatively recently. Dapper Dan talks hip-hop fashion. I'm not going to get into exactly what the fuck he said about Fubu, but apparently Fubu was not showing respect to Dapper Dan, or at least that's how he feels about it.
Can you picture Dapper Dan in a fucking Fubu outfit?
Hell no.
If he was born like 20, 30 years later, maybe he would have been making some cool fake Fubu gear or something. I don't know.
Because I swear, he dresses like GQ'd out.
Bro, he's a fly motherfucker.
He's
I read his book.
super fly, bro.
His book was crazy as fuck. The best part in his book was that he had this whole segment of his life where he went out and was doing hella credit card fraud, like traveling between all these different islands and shit. And basically like just doing straight scams, and then he ended up getting busted and locked up and shit. Like his book is worth reading just for that segment of it.
So
what decade?
That's a good question. Probably like the 80s or some shit. It was like a long ass time ago.
Oh,
so with me,
it was sweet.
So with me, Long Way Whip and Thug, my boy Whip from off Cleveland Avenue, when we made the dab, like start saying dab and dap and all of that stuff. So, okay, Dapper Dan has a lot to do with the word dab.
I said the word. I referenced the dab multiple times while I was in Europe on that trip because I forget. Did I see a T-shirt of like a fucking bunny rabbit doing the dab or some shit like that? And I had not thought about the dab for like 8 years before that.
Yeah. So that dance originated in our trap house. I swear to God, even Amigos will tell you. So just high fucking around, whatever the case is. But we used to be like, look at my dap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dapping like Dapper Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, like, when a cowboy walks, it's a dap.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no shots.
Oh, yeah, no shots, man. Fuck that. It's a real cowboy walk with a dap. So, basically, we were, like, putting it together like, man, dap crazy. So, when motherfuckers misconstrued the word, like, oh, yeah, look at my dab. Like, yeah, I'm dabbed out. So, then the dance came about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And motherfuckers switched it to dab. You know what I mean? So Dapper Dan has a lot to do with the dap because you have to be fly to even have to walk dapper. You know what I'm saying? To have a dab. That's just how we talk.
That's
you
in
get what I'm saying?
I was watching FYBJ Maine talking about how goofies came from Wooski. That he invented saying that. So it's like, you know, there's all this like below the surface history of different slang terms that nobody would ever fucking know, but it's right there under the surface.
Yeah. I mean, most people, but like we're not dancers, so but most people don't give you your credit. Like MPA YSL definitely started the dab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
but then who ran off with it? Rich the Kid?
Nah, the Migos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Migos made it popular.
But they were around all that shit,
Yeah, I was about
right?
to say shout out to Migos because they were with us the whole time.
Bro, does shit like that even happen anymore where like a cool slang term or like a little dance move just becomes like a whole wave? It feels like that shit don't really happen the way it used to.
Sturdy.
Nah, everything is TikTok.
I'm saying, but get sturdy. Sturdy had to start off like a word and just a little shit and the motherfucker.
Yeah,
Bro,
when did they first say sturdy?
TikTok did not make sturdy, bro.
Nah.
I came home and motherfuckers was doing this shit. So and it was all New York.
Sturdy started from Getting Light, right? Getting Light was some shit that people used to do when it was like chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they
you
used
know
to
I was
say,
a dancer. You know I knew how to dance.
I wouldn't call that dancing.
I'm a dancer.
How dare you?
Yeah. So go ahead.
All right, so people used to say you sturdy when you get light to proficiency, right? But sturdy is what they started calling like the shit that they do to drill music.
I feel like there's an extent to which sturdy as slang basically means you're gonna fucking shoot somebody, right? Or you just like
Nah.
bro. I remember when I went to fucking O Block that what's his name? FBG Cash.
Yeah.
He was commenting saying like I'm gonna pull up and get sturdy.
Yeah.
And obviously he's basically saying that he would have
pull up and get sturdy, like sturdy with the strap. Like you know what I'm saying?
I never been to Chicago, so I don't know about that, but regular shit, yeah.
I met some old ass lady by the pool while I was on vacation. She's just like, "Yeah, I'm from Chicago." I'm just thinking in my head like, "God, there's so many things I want to ask you."
Yeah. Was she like a black? You said a white lady.
It was just a white lady, but I'm just thinking like, "Oh man,
like,
you ever heard of King Von? You should check out this documentary."
FYBJ, man.
So the crazy.
There's this guy with an HIV shirt I want to tell you about.
When you went, the HIV/AIDS shirt. He just went.
I just seen that the Say Cheese clip that came out like today is basically like him explaining why he has the HIV shirt
to get attention.
But the deeper I get into FYBJ main shit, it's like he's really homeless right now. Like I don't know why, but he got all his clothes in the trunk of his car. And you know when you could tell when someone's homeless or whatever is when they are vlogging, but they're filming like this. They're just like shooting up to the sky and they're walking around outside and you hear the wind audio and shit. Yeah. That's like really you're out there.
It's like you can't go stay with the guys because you played with that OTF shit for so long and you were getting into it with the guys from the block. So now it's like, shit, rent's due. You probably got kicked out and shit. Nobody wants you in their house.
I should ask him, but it seems like, he's burned a lot of bridges with his GD connects. King Yella hates him. They've been making diss songs about each other and shit.
Hates him because it's like.
Not Sean Cotton. Sean Cotton running them clips up.
You got to think that a motherfucker can't act like you're from the Opps. That's like me walking around like I'm from West Side Hoover. You just get an H chain and just be like, Wooty Whoop side, Groovy Q side me, and
you know what's like, funny
that's
about
the same exact shit.
That would be like if your hood pass at some point just ended up in the toilet so bad that all you had left was just this opportunity to kind of troll and make motherfuckers laugh by talking about the opposite shit of what you actually came from.
But they said that they weren't even on him in the hood first. They were like, he was good. He was really somebody over there. And then just...
I wonder I gotta figure that out. At what point he decided to just straight troll. I hope he doesn't see this before the interview. Actually, I guess he can. That's fine.
Yeah, so he could come on and actually tell us what the fuck he was going through.
I have so many questions. But his first video back in the day was just a Chief Keef diss. So
he was a rapper?
Yeah, he was rapping back in the day. And I'm not sure at what exact moment he decided to sort of transfer, because he still puts out music videos and shit.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, he says Dirk got his YouTube channel taken down.
What, after the deal went through, he didn't get after he signed the deal, Dirk just took over.
Niggas don't be knowing.
I'm not sure like what Dirk could have done to get his YouTube channel taken down.
He never signed the deal. Dirk ain't
the
getting
OTF shit was a joke, yeah.
It's like fans probably were flagging him left and right. Dirk didn't get that shit taken down. I don't think the street person knows how to do that.
YouTube in general is pretty hard.
So I got a DM from somebody, and I don't know what his name is. I want to say like Impatient or Alleged TV or one of the two. And he was like, "Oh, I just got Mama Duck's YouTube snatched down."
Oh, okay.
He got her whole page like fucking demonetized, like it was over with. She was tripping on the internet about it, but he like, "Look, I just did this." I'm like, okay, what the fuck? How do you even do that? Do you like find every like?
So every time I want to use the mouse, I gotta like tell you that I want to use the mouse. Okay, I'm gonna just Google this. Mama Duck OnlyFans.
See, Bricc Baby pops.
No, it's Flacco talking about it. Yeah. I just like, how do you find it? Like, is it even a real thing?
I can find it.
Maybe we need. You probably beat off to it already. Mama Duck Instagram. It's got to be a link in the bio, right? What does she go by?
Bricc and Duck's OG. Bricc and Duck OG.
Really?
Yeah.
Bricc and Duck OG Instagram. Yeah. Nah.
That's what it is.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever.
That though. It's like Brick or something like that. Duck and Brick, Brick and Duck.
Whatever. I can't find it. All right. What were you saying? I forgot already.
I forgot too.
I got enamored thinking about her OnlyFans.
That lady. That's what I was just about to say. I'm not
because she was wilding on you.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I forgot about that.
She probably took it down after everybody was saying all that. She probably had to talk with her family and just said it's over.
I just want to see what her pussy looks like.
Wow.
Good or bad? Good or bad?
You'll fuck his mom?
Nah, I said I want to see what it look like. I ain't say out his shit.
You think that like she really showing her whole vagina on there?
Oh yeah.
Like OBGYN angles or not?
To make what she made, she gotta be showing coochie.
But do we think that she
made?
It says she made 35,000, but I don't know if that was over the course of like a month or like many months.
That was probably like. I mean, probably opening up. People were like shocked and were subscribing. That might have been like the opener.
Damn, bro. If I made an OnlyFans and it made less money than Mama Duck, I would be so bummed.
Because I'm about to say she can't do foot fetishes. Them motherfuckers been walking.
She probably got ugly feet.
Ain't nobody worried about them damn still ass feet, man.
Oh my God.
Stale feet is crazy. Stale feet is crazy, bro.
Man, there's years in the trenches on the ground, baby.
She gonna be smoking on that Bricc Baby pack again.
She smoking. She already smoked me. That's what I'm like. God damn, I could say.
Did you guys actually listen to the Dirk album?
Yeah.
Bricc Baby look at me like I'm supposed to look at it, but I didn't listen to it.
Nah, I ain't listened to the Dirk album yet. You making me look bad. I listened to like a couple songs.
I feel like I don't have the right to talk about because I only listened to it twice. You ain't listened to it at all.
You listened to
That's
the
rough.
whole shit. So what do you feel?
I don't feel like I have like enough of a commentary based off it. But then I listened to like the first half hour of the academics interview this morning. It's like that's kind of like where you're gonna really like there's more to talk about from the interview than from the album, I feel like. Especially because he even said it, like, he's not really trying to diss the dead or he's not really, like, beefing super crazy on the shit anymore. So it's like the music is dope, but in terms of the narrative or in terms of the crazy-ass shit that usually is, like when YoungBoy puts his album out, everybody just weeding through it to fucking find all the little Vaughn disses and shit like that, right?
He been on like this, like on his Dean heavy lately, like on his Muslim shit.
But then when he put his album out, he was violating Dirk and like saying all this crazy ass shit that we hadn't really seen him say.
Who
like,
was?
YoungBoy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was tweeting crazy.
Well, he's trying to catch. Well, Dirk is doing better than him right now. Like that shit didn't work when he dropped the album. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? He tried to drop the same day as Dirk and outsell him. Dirk drops the next week and outsells him anyway. Like I feel like if they would have dropped the same day, he was gonna outsell him anyway.
But it feels like if YoungBoy actually like put his albums out on a more regular schedule and promo, that he could probably do the same types of numbers as Dirk. But then Dirk kind of, I don't know, like Dirk even like he been tweeting way more. He been doing all the right shit to get attention and stuff. Bro, it feels like he's approaching it more seriously at this point.
Dirk brought Perkio to meet the Muslims.
Did he?
He was praying with them.
Shut the fuck up. That's not true though, right?
Bro, Perkio was praying with the Muslims.
You don't kick it with Perkio, right?
He was kicking it with Perkio.
Prove it. Where did you see that?
On No Jumper.
It's a part of the rollout. It's probably a part of the rollout. Come on, he got to keep the eyes on him right now.
I saw the pictures of him praying with his guys and doing all, like, I don't know how, like everybody in O-Block just got indoctrinated into the fucking Muslim shit all of a sudden, right? But I didn't see Perkio.
Well, I think that being a Muslim has a lot to do with their gangbanging out there. I think that most of the original GDs and BDs have Muslim background. I think that's why the 5-point star has something to do with Blackstone Nation and all that stuff. Yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely believe that, you know, they're sincere in their whole all these pictures have been coming out of people praying on O-Block and stuff. I'm just questioning whether Perkio was there. Really, I should probably just be able to. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about Dirk drinking pee, too.
Well,
you ain't seen that?
I don't think he drank no piss.
No, because he cleaned it up. He clarified.
That he said that he does drink piss?
Because in the song he says, Indian knows I'm down to drink pee, O-P with the lean.
Oh.
You know, soda.
Yeah.
But it's also like, why would he sort of like go for it like that? Like, why would he clearly like laid it up for him, right? I can't find it, but I don't believe that Dirk brought Perkio to the hood. Can anybody find it?
Well, I don't think they were in the hood. They were in the masjid, right?
Yeah.
They was in the mosque. I'm going to be real. Like, the Dirk album, I listened to some of it, and it was like you said, it wasn't, I don't have a aha to listen to or fucking Back in Blood or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was dope, though. Like, the body of work was dope. All My Life, he won over the kids with that. I feel like, or just the whole Instagram and the square world, because people are like posting that song with like deep reels and deep pictures. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like it touched home. Well, FBG Duck's mom said that J. Cole got paid to talk about her son in the fucking song.
Yeah, but did he? Like,
no.
Let's actually take a look at the verse there.
I listened to it bar for
Durkio told me been on some positive shit. Yeah. Lately, I just want to show up and body some shit. Always been a little mathematician. Lately, it's cash I'm getting. Got me losing count of these bags. I've been moving too fast. Hard times don't last. Remember when cops harass? Talking out of my ass. Boy, you ain't shit but a bitch with a badge. So he dissing on the cops.
For sure. He hates them for raiding the house.
But then, okay, which I got to look at like official.
You can't miss it. Go right here. Go up.
Well, but I want to go to the Genius one so I can actually see it clarified, like which part was J. Cole. First generation ghetto N-word, Cole World, hello, and okay, I don't want to be remembering. Made it out the city with my head on straight. They keep shooting up the lead out. Young Jordan Peele got to get out, and the shit that I spit out is a cheat code. I'm facing a Rico, and how I put a hit out, and another one, and another one. I got like 100 of them.
That's where she said it starts there, but keep going.
About to lap, so you think they ahead of me, but I'm really in front of them. And now some of them fumbling their bags, fucking up the little crumbs that they had. A reminder to humble yourself. This shit could be gone in an instant. Me, I'm running long distance. All the pistons firing. I've been stuck between maybe retiring and feeling like I'm just now hitting my prime. These days, I'm seeing rappers be dying way before they even getting their shine. I never heard of Lil Buddy till somebody murdered Lil Buddy. Now I'm on the phone searching Lil Buddy name, get to playing his tunes all day in my room thinking, damn, this shit wicked, to get their names buzzing. Some ant just got to go lay in a tomb and media thirsty for clicks. I got a new rule. If you ain't never posted a rapper when he was alive, you can't post about him after you get hit. I would like to talk about that line because that seems kind of weird. Like you can't mourn someone or like acknowledge that someone passed away unless you already knew about him.
If you didn't give him his flowers while he was alive, don't ride his dick while he's dead.
But I mean, let's be real. A lot of these rappers who pass away, they got like a niche fan base. They got 100,000 followers, and 99% of rap fans don't know who they are.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, that seems kind of wild to me. Like that like to treat it as if it's not news. You know,
it's news. I don't think that. No, they said post about them. If you didn't post about, you think they're talking about podcasts or people?
No, but I'm saying like an account like No Jumper is like, you know, like okay, BTB Savage.
I don't think that he's talking about No Jumpers and stuff like that.
But I think he's talking about like pages like us and fucking academics and all this shit that we'll post about like a local hood rapper who's got a wave after they get killed. But we weren't posting about him before that. The BTB Savage guy's a good example. We weren't posting about him because it's like, realistically, did he do anything that was like super noteworthy during his career aside from having a couple of cool songs with a couple 100,000 views? I don't know. Like us not posting him when something crazy happens, like the situation with him, to me seems like that's kind of a bizarre standard to hold pages to.
Yeah,
I think.
I didn't get that from that. But if he is talking about like media blogs, like. The news does this, and the media blogs are the news for Instagram. So nobody's in the wrong for that. And you're bringing light and saying prayers up. Y'all go pray for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you shedding light on this story.
But I feel like the thing J. Cole's talking about right there, like, yes, that would kind of describe somebody like Duck or Cash or whoever, but it's not like exclusive to them, right?
He's not talking bad about him, though.
But he's not talking bad about him, but he's like kind of describing that scenario where if I had to guess, J. Cole probably maybe had never listened to FBG Duck before he got killed. And then he probably found out about him.
But I feel like it's so many rappers dying now that he's finding himself doing that a lot now. So he's rapping about it like, damn, I'm sitting here playing these dudes music, trying to see exactly if they had potential or something after they did.
Because we all been there. We all like gone and watched some of these music videos after they got killed. Especially the BTB Savage guy's a good example. I went and watched the music video because I wanted to see what this dude was about once he got killed. You know. And
I don't know. I think that she was definitely reaching on this. Like,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with your kid. Like, for real. Not this verse. Like, it's a lot of people that do talk about Duck once they get on a song with Dirk. But, like, right here, I don't think that does.
It's actually interesting that J. Cole took it upon himself to sort of acknowledge that dynamic on this song, though, because it is kind of wild when you have somebody like Dirk pushing this, like, positivity angle when there has been so many moments in his career where he has used his platform to basically, like, spread messages that clearly are contributing to violence.
Yeah.
You know, like when the craziest shit, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but the craziest shit was when Dirk met with Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago at the time. And he had, you know, and she was saying like, oh, Dirk is such a great guy. He's an incredible talent. He's amazing, yada, yada. But when Duck got killed, she said he was a gang member. He was she like shit on Duck after he got killed. And then the fact that she was then able to like meet with Dirk and like basically applaud him and have nothing but positive things to say about him when it's like, bro, basically like Duck and Dirk were like the two polar opposites of this gang shit in Chicago, and they were rapping about similar shit that you can't really say like, oh, Duck was positive or Duck was negative
So
or Dirk was positive.
Let's say
negative.
this happened after Duck died, right?
It did, yeah. This was maybe like last year.
So what if it's her building a bridge to try to reach out to the community and say that we're here for you? Can y'all stop?
That's cool, but don't give Dirk his flowers when Duck was on the same exact shit, and when he got killed, you shit on him. Like, just because one of these people is successful and one of them is dead, you're gonna just take it upon yourself to like crown him the king or the like act like he's all virtuous and then shit on Duck. Like, to me, but I can't put that on Dirk at all. I'll put that on Lori Lightfoot, that she's a dumbass bitch that doesn't understand the optics of that shit.
Yeah, that's true too. But then it's like at some point the government or the mayor, the people who run the city officials, they have to tap into the streets to figure out what's the problem. That's what Nipsey was going to go meet with Michael, what's his name, Moore?
Michael Moore? Really?
Is that the chief of police?
Nah, Michael Moore is the guy who made Bowling for Columbine.
Well, I know his last name is Moore.
Okay.
So the chief of LAPD or whatever, Nip was they're building a bridge. They're trying to figure out what they need to do. And, you know what I'm saying, for the black community, you know what I mean? Like, so they're reaching out. So this is like a new thing that's going on.
But in Chicago, it's favoritism over the BDs.
I know, even the mayor getting in on it.
So
hating on the GDs.
They play that shit. They play that shit on the radio, like over the GDs.
This shit is hotter.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. We're not gonna go to that. Like, it's not. I'm not dissing GD or nothing. It's like if they had a song that was going viral, it'd be on the radio. I bet you they probably didn't play GDs in it though, but they probably played the Ruger verse with Kanye. I know they played that. It's like you have to get there.
So I'm not discussing this.
You have to get there. You don't have to go there to listen to the music. Have you ever heard a song where King Yella, Ruger, any one of those dudes over there that rap just rip Dirk? Like fuck it. He's better than Dirk.
Oh, no. I mean, I thought you meant like diss Dirk.
Dissed him, yeah. But I'm just like, damn, I listen to this before I listen to Dirk, or I listen to this before I listen to Chief Keef.
Right.
You talking about Chief Keef, Reese, Dirk. You talk about like the legends of Chicago. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, as far as rapping.
I mean, that is kind of crazy shit with the BDs versus the GDs. Is all the GDs who had any kind of motion pretty much got killed. And meanwhile, like a lot of the high profile BDs are still alive and kicking.
Because, I mean, a lot of them did get the money and move.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, Chief Keef is out here. Dirk's in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got the money and moved out the way because you could get hit anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were begging D-Thing to move from out of Chicago. Come move with us to Atlanta. Move with us to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, Chicago burnt up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're smarter, or they probably had more money to do it. What was the one dude's name that was around? King Louis?
King Louis is still kicking, but he ain't a rat, is he?
No, I didn't say rat.
Oh, I thought you said rat.
No, I said the dude that was around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because he was around.
King Louis still kicking.
I thought you said rat too.
Yeah, so King Louis, he was like, so King Louis was one of the big dudes back then.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when
he was
Chief
the
Keef,
first, before
that's
Sosa.
what I was about to say. He was on the radio.
Oh yeah, he was killing it.
You know what I'm saying? He was killing it. Like, I think
I met him at a skate park back in the day. Shout out Brian Kaczynski.
Didn't they do a peace treaty for a second? Like, wasn't it cool for a second because they all were rapping together, like pushing Chicago movement at one point?
I don't know.
And I think that I don't know. Not you could probably look it up. I think like when the JoJo shit start going on and all that, that's when it was over with.
I thought it turned up after that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's when the beef turned up. But I think that they had something locked in to where King Louis, all of them, they were all gonna get. Don't get me to talking, but they all were gonna push together. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened in between there.
Way crazier. After
I
that,
saw it on the documentary. It's not like I heard it from somebody from Chicago or whatever, but I did hear this.
Man, I got into the 051 Melly shit. Like, I watched it before, but I was watching it last night when I was doing the FYBJ main research. Oh, my God. The fucking story of Chicago is so bad, bro. Like, there's just so many, like, and then this guy got killed, and then this guy got killed, and this guy got killed, and just, like, the hood's just going back and forth. And when you actually, like, cram it all into a 10-minute video, and by the end of the video, you're like, oh, so, like, 60 fucking people got killed, like, in this shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, I should just be jaded to it at a certain point, but that shit is just unbelievable.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like, to the same war. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happens in California, but it's like that many people involved with just 2 blocks. That's a lot. Well, not 2 blocks, but 2 subsets that are right here. Because, you know, it's like plenty GD hoods out Chicago, like all the way in the hundreds. Down, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not the only GD set. They're not the only BD set. So it's like across the street action, 60, 70 people.
It almost makes me feel lucky for, like, LA's climate because, yeah, LA's crazy as fuck. But in terms of, like, popping rap crews or whatever, you don't necessarily see the back and forth revenge killings like over and over and over like, you know, I'm sure you could think of situations that are like worse than what I'm thinking right now, but
shit
definitely
was like 90 early 2000 shit because rap crews really don't like popping rap crews. Like when you get popping in LA, it's so hard to get on. Like if you make it and the op make it, if it ain't too much, like of course Nipsey and Schoolboy Q would have been too tough, but Nipsey fuck with Joe Moses. You know what I'm saying? Like it's family ties and this shit. And when you get on, that's why Nipsey and the Pyru were making noise with him and YG. It's like when you get on, let's all try to get this shit together so we can that be the talk. That be the narrative. It be a lot of people, homies, like a nigga ain't really like that in his hood. So they'll tell him like that's out. You can't do that shit. And then they, you know what I mean?
Was that you trying to initiate a Joe Moses Crip Mac boxing match?
No, I didn't try to initiate
Who said that on the podcast? I was like, oh, Lord. Even the hypothetical talking about it, I'm just like, oh, my God. No,
because we were talking about, bro, and so the Brims called in about C-Mac after he said what he said on the podcast.
But what did he say?
He was like, yeah, I beat Cuz up. I beat Tiny E up. I beat Nutty. So they called in like, hey, blood, you just gonna let him say that you got beat up? And then I guess they was DMing, because the fades were cool fades. You get what I'm saying? And that's what C-Mac double back and said. He like, oh no, we was going back and fifth, but he was like, them niggas have been working out. You know what I'm saying? So, but
wait, he don't work out?
No, when he had came to jail that time, he was fresh off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Fresh off of OE. This like the first 5 days of him being in jail. You know what I'm saying? People come to jail, and that's where the people that been in jail working out always, like, because it's like, that's you fresh fair. Off the street smoke. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not
but
fair.
It actually is crazy because it's like, you know, you locked up, you eating fucking peanut butter sandwiches and all this bullshit. And meanwhile, I'm out on the streets eating fucking organic chicken and like working out. Like, I feel like I would almost be coming in with an advantage. Yeah, like
other people are working out. It's other motherfuckers that's fresh off the pookie pipe and smoking and just sucked in when they come to jail. No food. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's how it goes. And you can't like. And then you run into somebody been in there for 2 years already, like, I need a fade, cuz.
Right.
Like, they gonna beat the shit out you. It's like if you gonna be in that county for that long, work out, when you catch him again, once you get your size back, nigga, beat the shit out of him.
For me, I feel like that's the most amazing thing is that dudes are able to get brolic as fucking there off of just eating the worst food.
Well, so that's if you don't
out.
have money in jail. So if you got, if you
but
got,
even the best shit you getting, like, what are you getting?
Like fish packs, rice. You know what I'm saying? Fish packs, rice. I really didn't eat noodles after my first 2 months there. I only ate rice.
Really?
Yeah. So and then like you got the grill. You got sausages that you get, like the summer sausages that don't expire. You know what I mean? Well, they expire, but it's like jerky, but it's not that tough.
Okay. I want to talk about this though. Is that? Oh, actually, before we
let me finish the Joe Moses. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go just to Joe Moses. Yeah. So I said that he was like, "Oh, you know, the Brim's trying to do a celebrity boxing match," and he's like, "It ain't no celebrity." I'm like, "Yeah, the only thing that'll make sense over there as a celebrity was Joe Moses."
Okay.
So that's how it came up.
Right. Now I remember when I seen Joe Moses a year or two ago. He had like a French fry tattoo. And I didn't understand.
Oh shit.
He showed me, I think it was an anti-sign around the French fries too. And I was real confused. And then somebody explained it to me. And I was like, oh, okay. I forget that, like, you might seem like you on some grown man chill shit.
Yeah, but you really from there. Yeah, but Joey's a real chill dude.
Nah, cool. I'm sure you don't, like, go around flexing that tattoo on the gram anymore or anything, but you got that shit.
You as kids, it's all type of shit you get. And it's just on you. That's just a part of your life.
You got shit whacked out on you?
Man, I got plenty of shit.
For real?
You
gotta show me later. I want to see that.
I was here the other day and I ordered McDonald's, but like Crip Mac had some homies with him. I had some fries. I was not saying French fries. I'm like, yo, was y'all niggas like some hot potatoes?
You remember that video of him trying to order French fries and he was like talking to the waitress? He's like refusing to say it. That shit was funny as fuck. But
yeah, cause you know.
How you feel about the Crip Mac return and the energy that he was bringing to the podcast? Because he's so fun to have on the podcast, but at the same time, like, he's like a lion that you got to like keep him in his cage because he's just a little bit out of control all the time. I was noticing you getting frustrated with him, like just fucking talking over you and shit. And I know that's your boy, but definitely like if Crip Mac was going to be like a consistent co-host or anything, it's like he would have to kind of learn to tone the shit down a little bit. But he do seem like he's in like a better mental state now than he was previously. Because back when I first started interviewing him, every single time I'll get him on the podcast, it'd be like a different person, different energy level, different level of being fucked up or whatever. Now he seems like he's a little bit more laid back.
I think he knows what he wants to do with his life. So it's like, all right, I'm an entertainer. He probably had enough time to sit there sober-minded and just like, okay, when I get out, I'm going to make sure that I'm on camera and I'm in character. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I heard him say like he was a comedian a few times.
Yeah, he keeps saying that he's a comedian now. He understands that the shit that he does.
I heard him say, he's like, am I a rapper? Or am I just a celebrity, an influencer? Like, he's just like, he's not really sure.
But with Crip Mac, it wasn't that I was getting frustrated with him talking over me. Sometimes the topics he replies like, yeah, you get what I'm saying? And
you want to talk about the topic, and then all of a sudden he's talking about baby snaps in the 55th Street alley.
Yeah, and it's my boy, and I want to see him do better, so I want him to elaborate and talk about these issues, like with John Morant and these other issues. And it was like, you know what I mean? And then on the panel, I'm trying to tell him, chill out, like, bro.
He was trying to bust everybody coochie and asshole.
No, not even that.
Aggressively fuck Lupe in her asshole.
Yeah, no. See, that part, I love that part of Cuz. You get what I'm saying?
Me too,
but it's like when somebody say eat ass, somebody eating the male's ass or something about some gay shit, it's gay people in this world. You got to get over that because they not gangbangers and all that. Everybody's not gangbangers. You get what I'm saying? It's gay people. Either make a joke about it or don't say nothing. Don't get frustrated with a person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But but he didn't like the girls talking about eating his ass.
No, they wasn't even talking about eating his ass. It was just a dude's ass. That's why I'm like, you're not talking about your asshole.
But the thing, like, that's the thing about Crip Mac is that when you can get him to talk about normal shit and give his perspective on some regular shit, it can be amazing. You know, like when I was talking to him, I at one point, the most famous clip from the first interview, I think, or maybe the second one, was when I was talking to him about Lil Nas X. And he's like, that, you know, and like just his reaction to a dude being gay was like one of the fucking funniest things ever. And when you can get him to stay on topic and just give his genuine reaction without like completely dominating the conversation, because it can be great.
I feel like that I feel like the eating ass shit isn't gayer than stuffing jalapenos in somebody's ass.
But he said he did that to someone?
He didn't do it, but he talks about it openly. And then he talks about it like, or at least he like boys. Yeah, it's unless the nigga like boys, you know, when he being funny. So I'm like, bro, and I tell I had a talk with King Five Fingers, my homeboy. Nah, I had a talk with Five Fingers, though, because Crip Mac gonna be big, like, if he keep doing what he's doing on YouTube. So don't get offended because you might be out doing content and somebody reply crazy to you. What you gonna do? Knock him out? Just imagine you out being a comedian and just because you know how he be walking up on people like I see you got some 5'5", just like when he was at that. What if somebody saw nigga replied like, "I suck your dick"? I'd be offended, but it's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what if somebody sees the camera and just says some crazy shit because they funny too?
So you gonna get your dick sucked?
Nah, nigga, I'm a nigga not fuck with it. It'll fuck me up. You gotta be fucked up.
How you gonna react?
But at the end, because I walked up on him.
Well, I'm saying, how would you react?
I'm gonna be like, sucking my dick is crazy. What are you talking about? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he see me on camera and he says some weird shit like that, like, bro, like, what the fuck are you on? I'm going to turn it into a joke if I'm out being funny. You get what I'm saying? I'm not about to be like, oh, you bitch ass nigga, I don't want to fuck. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. And it's not, I'm just trying to, in order for him to elevate with whatever he's doing, it's going to be.
We got a pod coming up with Crip Mac soon. It's kind of like, he already did like fucking 6 interviews since he got out. I'm gonna be honest. I watched a couple of the Cam Capone clips, but I ain't really seen any of the interviews. So I'm gonna just do my thing and ask him whatever the fuck we want to talk to him about. Yeah. The only I seen the shit that he did on here with you guys, but I didn't see like really anything else he did. So I'm gonna be working on my Crip Mac interview questions today, figuring out what we gotta get him to talk about. But you got to be creative at this point because you know he has talked a lot, even in like being out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, he has. Definitely. I mean, but it's, you know him more than these people that are just getting him on the podcast. You were fucking with him while he was growing.
People were telling me that there was a white girl who interviewed him and that it was like really awkward and weird.
When she hopped on at the end? Was it like at the end of the interview?
No, like a separate interview that he did with some random girl. A
supermodel, right?
I didn't see anything about it. I just heard that it was weird.
I saw a weird one that was a supermodel. Maybe that's it.
A supermodel is a lot.
Yeah.
It's tough to be a supermodel.
So, but nah, shout out to my boy coming back home. He going strong, though. Because I don't want to make it seem like we're critiquing him in a bad way or anything like that.
We're just talking about
I just was just speaking on what I want you to grow on, bro. So, you know what I mean? Shout out C-Mac and what he doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Legend. Shout out China Mac, King Five Fingers.
All right, but speaking of China Mac, this is a weird thing. That while I was away,
all right.
I was want to talk about this. Yeah. No shots of China Mac at all, but at one point, Rockstar and China Mac ended up getting on Lush because they felt like he was fucked up because he didn't donate to Lupe's fucking fundraiser or whatever because her parents' house burned down, I believe. And then Lush, so I'm out here minding my own business. Yes, I was watching some of the clips and stuff and seeing what was going on, but, you know, I'm minding my own business. I'm not talking about whatever. And then Lush puts out a whole video claiming that I gassed up Rockstar and China Mac to go at him as if they need me to be telling them what to do, as if they can't just have their own fucking opinions. Never have I ever told Rockstar or China Mac, who I'm cool with both of them, but I'm not like, you know, communicating with them on a consistent basis. I'm definitely not sending them on dummy missions to go at people and shit.
Like that was what the perfect time to get him. Like, what the fuck?
And I think that he said that I sent you to talk shit about him too.
Nobody ever told me nothing. I heard I've heard something, and I keep on hearing the underlying of what the underlying message that you're saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want to say fuck no jumper so bad and what everybody up there so bad that you keep on curving it by one word. You keep on doing it by one. Like, I'm hip to people like that because, like, where I'm from, it's a lot of people that just speak in the air and be acting like they talking about somebody. You get what I'm saying? Then when you see him, it just be all, like, regular.
But then the shit where he responded to you and he's like, Bricc Baby, I've been a big fan and a big supporter of you for a long time. And he starts naming off your song. I was getting flashbacks.
10 of your songs.
I was getting flashbacks because when he was trying to rap at AD and shit, he was doing that cringe ass shit where it's like, bro, you're supposed to just like rap at the fool and just like talk shit and get into it. And instead you're like slobbering all over his fucking ball sack before you'll even diss him in the song or whatever. It's like, bro, like stand on something. Just be a man when you have these conversations. Like, what the fuck?
And the whole thing is just, it's event after event. Like, you lying to Lupe and telling her that you did donate and then trying to do it right there is the problem. It's not
that was
problem.
crazy. They were on his ass. So for the people who didn't know this, this is what I ascertained from it because I talked to the people afterwards, is that they were giving him shit about not donating to Lupe's fucking GoFundMe or whatever when she was one of the people.
He did.
But then he said, I did donate. And then China Mac pulls it up and says, you just donated. Like you
like
did.
Right
he said
now.
that like, no, I did donate. He donated like 2 minutes before he said that he donated. That is the fucking funniest shit to get
shit
caught with your
world.
pants down, lying your
Like,
ass
that's what
off
I'm
like that.
It's
What the
it's
fuck is wrong with you?
Event, you're crashing out on some like on some weird shit. So I'm just like let's don't get it fucked up. Like, if it's no beef, if you don't mean it, you don't mean it. Like, just every fucking podcast, every day is Daddy Adam, like not like that. And then it's like, you want to say something, but you don't. I wasn't hip to you shouting out my music. I don't know you, Lush. I've never met you. You get what I'm saying? I might have ran across you like in my days of running around. I can't remember. But
You probably served him some packs. A little pookie came his way.
You know
I
what I
can
mean?
see that.
So either way that it goes, like, bro, I'm just now catching wind of it, and I'm just tired of like hearing the shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Go with your play. If you feel like you're gonna be great in podcast, nobody's here to take your spot. Do this. You know what the fuck you did. Like, let's all be aware of what the fuck you did.
Because I don't even want to like throw too much gas on this fire because the reality is that when he talks about you or me on his channel, he will get like 20,000 views.
Yeah.
And I looked at his channel earlier today.
And that's a lot
Now
of views.
that shit has died down, he getting like 1,000 views.
That's what I was saying.
On his shit.
He
So it's
gonna
like,
get views off
if
this.
he talks about us, it's like his shit gets popping because people are actually interested. And as soon as we cease to talk about it, it's just crickets. And I seen he even interviewed somebody from 60s the other day, which I don't know. Like
the big that
that kind of says it all.
Week over there.
Yo, that kind of says it all. Though
Week.
he's like a person who's like devoted his entire life to trying to be cool in the eyes of people like you, to be honest, or even someone like me who, granted, I don't have the gangster thing going on, but I have built a successful business in hip hop, which, you know, and I'm like the only person in the history of hip hop who has ever given him a chance, as far as I could tell, besides the David Alki dude or whatever who had him wearing the shock collar. And like, I gave him a fucking huge opportunity. He fucked it up. He had more eyeballs on him through the shit that he did with No Jumper than he had ever been able to amass throughout his entire time in fucking battle rap. He fucked it up. He did some grimy shit. He knows of some grimy shit. He admitted it in fucking conversation that he did something fucked up to me. And then since then, I have said almost nothing about him on camera, but he keeps my fucking name in his mouth because literally if he doesn't talk about me, then his shit is just crickets. He's getting like 500 views on like a 3-hour live stream, bro.
He has to bring in shit about you in order to.
When I'm the only person who ever gave him a chance.
It's another podcast do that shit about me. The only time they hit over 100,000 views is when this Bricc Baby and this shit. I be looking like, God damn,
and
man.
it makes you not want to help him out at all by giving him any sort of fuel to the shit. But at the same time, I kind of feel like I gotta say something because it's so fucking transparent. And also, this is all I gotta say. So Rolling Stone did an article about me. It was a dud. Nobody fucking was checking for it. Nobody talked about it. It was like total. I was thinking about it for months prior to the shit coming out. The shit comes out. It's like I think I literally like woke up the next day after it came out and I searched my name on Twitter and I saw like 5 people mention the article like throughout the 8 hours that I had been sleeping. And I was like, wow, like that article came out and did nothing. And they hit up everybody who ever had been associated with No Jumper, whatever. The only person who responded, besides T-Rail, and we could talk about that, but the only person who really had negative shit to say was Lush. And Lush is the person who, out of everybody, like, if you want to look at AD or T-Rail, like, they already had some shit going on. They already had talent. They already had some potential, even before No Jumper came around. But, like, with Lush, that really was, like, us taking a retarded crackhead and giving him an opportunity and, like, a real opportunity to be in front of the fucking cameras and to start to build a fan base and stuff. Now you could tell that the fan base has not followed him because, like I said, he's getting 500 views on a live stream these days. Period. But I'm saying, like, he's the one person who should not talk shit about No Jumper because we gave him an opportunity that nobody else in the history of this shit ever gave him.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, I ain't never really ever heard of Lush one till here,
right?
Like, at all. And it's not. Like I said, that part ain't shade, and I ain't really.
That's
like
just
I
reality,
said, me beefing with Lush, like we're not beefing, Lush. Me beefing with you, I got real beef out here.
Yeah, Lush, we are also not beefing.
Yeah, we not beefing. It's just that we
not beefing.
We gonna check shit at Coat Check though, definitely, and just like tell you, just don't even go there. Find another route to go. You know what I'm saying? There's people up here like that fuck with Adam and. I got a different type of loyalty. So it's like if I'm riding with somebody, I'm riding with him.
And he said that No Jumper is a failing YouTube channel. So
what are you on?
Yeah. Where does that put you? Because if we're failing, then that we got, I think, 20 million views last month on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So where does that put you? I need to know. Because he did a Crip Mac interview that got 500,000 views. Now, granted, he had to cobble together the $2,500 for the interview. He had to get like 5-6 different people to give him the money to pay for it.
Guess who else
that is a sad story for a guy in their 40s.
Guess who else donated to
Lupe.
that? Come on, my guy.
And that's why China Mac was pissed off about him not donating to the shit.
But it's like, no, he wasn't not donating to it. What he was doing was he probably didn't have it. And he wasn't telling
absolutely
them,
did not have it.
And he couldn't tell them. He didn't know that they were going to go in and look play by play. So he's telling them the day before that he donated. Mm-hmm. So when they
that
see
shit
him,
is messy
they own him like
showing...
you still haven't donated. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you saying that you did. So he's like, I guess he goes to the side. Like, that's foul play, bro. Like, nobody wants to know it. Like that's my own girl too. Like, please, bro. Like, just leave us alone. Don't say nothing about nobody that I fuck with because I'm going to respond. And, nigga, me beefing with you looks crazy. So I don't even want to even do that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that shit looks crazy as hell.
And, like, I saw a clip of him because, like, there was one night where I'm in fucking Spain and I get on my phone. It's the end of the night. It's like 11 p.m. The time zones are different. And I'm like about to go watch a poker video on my phone or some shit. And somebody from No Jumper sends me a link and is like, oh, look, Lush is talking about you right now or whatever. So I go to click on it. I start trolling in the chat and shit. And he's saying so much retarded shit that even Rick from the pop-up like got off camera. Like he's just like, he was like embarrassed to be on camera with him. So he got off camera and Lush is trying to go in on me. And like the things that he was saying about me, it was just crazy because these things he was saying just described him so much better than they described me. You know, like he was saying, you look like you're dying of AIDS. I'm like, bro, look in the fucking mirror. He's saying, you're going to die alone. I'm literally on my honeymoon with my wife and kid, and I just had my whole family. And your family don't even talk to you. Your family fucking rejected you, bro.
For sure.
Like,
Couch surfing.
I was like, how could you possibly be saying this shit on camera to the world and thinking that this is going to convince anyone? But the best part about that is that, like, that live stream where he was going at it with me and like clearly like the Reddit was just nonstop devoted to just shitting on him. And also, because he always takes calls on his show. I just want to say shout out to anybody who fucking prank calls him on that shit. Because that is some of the funniest, the hardest I've ever laughed is when people will call in and he's sitting there like, you're talking to Lush World, what's going on? And they'll be like, hey, man, you a bitch. You're acting like a bitch. Yo, it's like the fucking funniest shit ever. Anybody who does that, I will give you a fucking T-shirt or a sticker or something when I see you, because that shit is unbelievable.
For sure.
But I don't know, man. I'm really like, I'm really holding back right now because I have like had a lot of different things. I had weeks and weeks to think about like what I would potentially say right here.
I see it because
I'm holding back.
You let off like 50 rounds already.
I'm
like,
just, this is nothing. I could go crazy.
That's what I said.
Because
this is what he wants. He wants that. He wants that. He can live off of this.
But that clip where he was talking about me got like 20,000 views, which is kind of crazy considering he's used to doing 500 views on a live stream. But it's like,
and the
once the fuel runs out, once the fuel runs out of talking about us, then he's really up shit's creek, right? Because it keeps looking more and more pathetic. But then also, this tells you a lot about like how salient his content is that he gets Crip Mac, he gets all kinds of people to put together $2,500 because he's a grown ass 40-year-old man who ain't got $2,500, and then that one gets $500,000. All right, so that paid for itself.
Yeah.
He doubles back, pays for another Crip Mac interview. That one got $50K. So you just took a 90% cut in your income from like literally one of the only things that you could potentially do to get viewers.
So he gave him another $2,500.
I don't know what he paid for round two. You know?
I was about to say that wasn't as good as round one. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't see any of it, so I have no idea.
No. What I'm saying is it's not good. I ain't watched the interview either, but what I'm saying is you already did the welcome home.
Right.
You jumped the gun trying to get one the next month. I don't even think it was a month out.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It couldn't have been.
He did it like the day he got out, and then he did another one like a week later or something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Thinking he was going to get another $500K.
That one.
Yeah, he's not smart enough to do it. We don't give him any game.
Yeah. So this I just wanted to like announce this is the end of us acknowledging this dude, because I always had a policy, which is if you work for me, and especially if you're on camera, and then you leave, I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna shit on you. I want to be respectful of the relationship that we had and the fact that we did content together, whatever. There's been people who left that I probably could have definitely gone in on them and made like some very, very good points that the people would have been like, oh shit, that's an amazing point. I never really like felt the need to do that shit because I just want to be respectful of anybody who came through here and that this was part of their journey, you know? And there's a lot of people that you could probably think of the top of your head that I've never said anything bad about. Lush is the exception to the rule because nobody has ever done some bitch ass shit like the way that he did on the way out, where he just, and it wasn't even for any kind of gain. It was just him being a chatty patty because he just needs people to talk to. He's just so addicted to having somebody listen to him.
Yeah.
And that was the crazy shit about the Rolling Stone shit, is that it's like when you look at it, everything he says is just completely devoid of any kind of self-awareness. He's talking about, oh, maybe the girl employees at No Jumper, they felt uncomfortable because Adam would talk about doing porn and having STDs or whatever. Number one, none of those girls responded to this fucking interview. And he sat in this room and spit in a porn star's mouth for the Patreon and was like finger banging her and shit. Like, bro, that's why nobody takes you serious.
And bragging about it.
And loving it. And talking about it on the No Jumper show. He's talking about buying prostitutes. He's talking about fucking prostitutes like on the No Jumper show.
Like,
these are things that I don't talk about. I talk about doing porn, which is an actual business arrangement.
Yeah, like,
it's on the up and up. It's not you illegally purchasing a prostitute at a motel, you know, that's just like
that
I don't
whole
know.
lifestyle. Like you going to go pick up a complete stranger to give him some money is crazy.
And then the pimp was hitting him up the next day trying to finesse more money out of him because he found out that he was on No Jumper. I'm surprised he didn't show up here. But man, that shit was crazy.
Oh wow! So he
is-
told the prostitute he was on No Jumper.
Exactly. He
That's
can't even
like come on, bro. You doing too much. You supposed to be. You gotta have a
Once
ski
you-
mask
once
on,
you
bro.
smoke
Like
crack-
you should be embarrassed that you at this point in your life where
What?
you buying pussy, like for real. Like
That shit is dark. That's why it was so. One more thing. That was why it was so funny when Wack said that AD fucked Lush's bitch. Everybody here
no.
who heard that thought, when did Lush have a bitch? When did that never happened? Like AD also been in a relationship like the entire time that he was here. So already I was thinking like that sounds crazy. But number one, like there was never a bitch. That never happened. Like that, even that part of the story is impossible for anyone to believe. So I don't know. That just shocking shit.
Yeah, that nigga shit. Never mind.
But anyway.
Don't say nothing.
yeah, we're gonna keep it light. But then all right.
No, I was talking about the other name that you just. He been losing it on. They need to take his Clubhouse.
Okay.
I feel like this is like the least I can say about it. Ban him from Clubhouse. Whoever lives with this dude, ban Wack off of Clubhouse, please.
I'm actually down with that because then more attention will be put on the Adam and Wag podcast, which is launching in the near future. So if he ain't on Clubhouse, then maybe we'll have more people tuning in. Nah, actually, I think the Clubhouse is probably like great promotion for whatever we got going on.
The Adam and Wag podcast.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Going to be filmed on days that are decidedly not the days where Bricc Baby is here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One day I'm
Do
going to
your
figure out
thing.
how to get y'all on the same
Handle your
page, though.
business. I mean, listen, it possibly could have happened before this weekend.
Wait, what happened this weekend? He went to Vietnam for diaper business?
He said, "Fuck sissies on what you call it?" And
On Clubhouse?
yeah, and man, that nigga said some crazy shit. Cuz.
Damn, he said
Dead
that?
on.
Wait,
like
hold
I
on.
can't even and I'm not even trying to go into that or nothing, but like, nigga, you just went crazy, cuz on the dead homies, nigga.
He said 60s or he said the this?
I said it. I said
Oh,
exactly. Nigga,
shit.
he said the this word and all that. Talking to one of my bros, cuz like,
Oh,
on the
shit.
hood, like, just cause he been wanting to.
That's
And
the
you been
nuclear
feeling this way.
option.
He also did some other shit I'm not gonna exploit because it was just like it's too personal. I don't want people trying to go back and look it up to see what it was. You get what I'm saying? But he did some foul ball shit though.
Goddamn.
He did it. So like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like it possibly could have happened. It just I'm not taking no offense to nothing y'all got going on. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like I told you, and I tell all my homeboys, handle your business. Just don't cross me with it. You get what I'm saying? Like
we don't cross streams.
Yeah, we don't, you know what I mean? Handle your business. I can't tell you who to have in and out of your platform, you know what I'm saying? But me being no.
I got a lot of mixy friends. A lot of people that don't seem like they're gonna get along.
Yeah. But they're all business. Most of them are business savvy and understand. Like this shit in industry.
No, I'm surprised to hear anything about him saying that. That's wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Just knowing that you fit like that's crazy as fuck. Like,
that's a lot of bridges getting burned right there.
Yeah. And then it's like it was a couple of them still cool with you. Like shit, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I ain't even trying to get into that right now.
Okay. The last thing I wanted to say about internal beef or whatever is that a lot of people are trying to push this narrative that T-Rail was snitching because he talked the Rolling Stone thing, right? He was the only host who had anything to say at all, who talked to the guy who was writing the article. Now, I actually knew exactly what T-Rail had said to him beforehand, or not exactly, but I knew what he had said that actually was like interesting enough that they were going to print it, you know, because they fucking sent me a bunch of quotes from different people, seeing if I wanted to respond to anything or whatever. And the only thing that they sent me was just T-Rail saying that some of the employees were uncomfortable, the black employees were uncomfortable with the fact that we did the debate with this ex-white supremacist guy, Richard Spencer. This was, I don't know if this really hit your radar.
I did hear about, no, it hit my radar on Clubhouse when I was on with Gina. And they said that, because I'm like, well, he should have y'all should have spoke up when y'all knew the dude was coming. Y'all should have spoke up and said y'all wasn't comfortable with what was going on.
To be fair, though, like he came and did that debate, and everybody in the office was like hanging out around, like not like trying to hang out around him, but like they were around Richard Spencer, and I don't think anybody knew who he was or had any clue that he had this like racist past or whatever.
All right, but were there a couple that did know?
Like maybe Laura, but like even Laura, maybe not. Like I don't think, because like most of the people who work here are more concerned with music and fashion and culture, and not so much saying. Like the political shit.
I said if you guys knew all of this, you should have said something beforehand. They said that people did say that before he even came.
No, nobody said anything.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. It's two sides to every story, but either way, that's where I was like, oh yeah, for real. I'm like, y'all told him, because I'm like, if a Nazi's coming somewhere where it's a lot of black people and you get the heads up and you got the option to be like, hey, I don't know, you know what I mean? And maybe you can go off of the majority rules on that.
But to be fair,
who did he debate with? A black person, right?
No, this dude Destiny. But Destiny is like a super liberal, like super anti-racist or whatever. But like the whole interesting thing about the conversation was that Richard Spencer is kind of like, he used to be this big Trump guy. He used to be all racist and shit, and now he's saying that he don't fuck with that shit anymore or whatever. That's why it feels kind of disingenuous when people are like, oh, you had this racist in there saying all these racist things around black people. Go watch that interview. Find me something racist he said in that interview. Now, his past, for sure.
Yeah, that's
but in the interview, he was not pushing that type of shit at all.
So if he didn't push nothing, that's what I'm like. What's the whole thing? It was a debate with somebody that was a liberal. So it was basically two people going at it about what was wrong with his past, right? Like what they disagree about.
Well, but okay, so the basic thing that kind of like went left is that it's a lot.
That's the problem. A lot of people didn't watch it.
No, nobody watched it. But to be fair, Van Lathan is the one who I think like talked to AD and kind of told AD like, this is fucked up. You guys shouldn't be platforming him, whatever. I can take Van Lathan's opinion pretty serious there, because I think he did make a good point, which is that we didn't really talk that much about his racist past and all that type of shit. We didn't really get into all that too much because he kind of made it pretty clear right away that he regretted that.
With that shit.
But I probably should have like drilled into it more and like really pushed that type of shit, because then it would be a lot harder for people to criticize the fact that we even had him on the podcast in the first place. But it's not like it was a mystery to me that it was going to be a controversial piece of content.
Did he say on the podcast that he regretted his past?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, man, some people just overdo shit. Like if it's somebody who's reformed, like everybody's you're calling for change. You're marching, you're rioting. You doing all type of shit for change.
But then somebody changes.
Then somebody changes and it's like, fuck him, he can't be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not just trying to side with you. I'm just being straight to the point. This is what we all want. We want the people that didn't like black people and been treating us fucked up for years and years. We want them to jump on the bandwagon that we humans too. We're not a different being. We're humans. We're not aliens. You get what I'm saying? So treat us as if.
But people were trying, like, I already knew that T-Rail said that because he told me, he hit me up before the article came out telling me that he talked to the dude, right? And he said, and I don't mean to like leak T-Rail's DMs by quoting him or whatever, but I appreciated that he said this. He said, "You're lucky that I love you, because otherwise I would have talked shit to the reporter or whatever." But then when that article actually came out, the only negative thing, or the only thing that they printed T-Rail saying, was just some people were uncomfortable with the Richard Spencer guy coming in or whatever, which I knew that. That's fine. Like if he wanted to say that to the reporter, I don't give a fuck, because that's nothing. But then I kind of felt bad for him, like he was kind of naive, because I realized from watching him talk about it on his stream that he thought when Rolling Stone hit him up, he thought that he was going to get to promote back on Fig in the Rolling Stone article.
Yeah.
Let me put it in perspective for you. If anybody ever hits you up from the mainstream media and they want to talk about one of your homies, there's a 99% chance that they're trying to shit on him. I remember one time, the same dude who wrote this Rolling Stone article, he wrote multiple articles about academics, right? And at one point, he emailed me saying, "Oh, I want to, will you do an interview talking about academics?" Me and Ak are real cool right now. We've been talking a bunch and shit. But this was at a time where my level of appreciation for Ack was probably pretty low. You know, anybody who watches this channel knows that we've had our little ups and downs or whatever. So I was not happy with him at this point. But they hit me up and said, will you do this interview talking about academics? I think I didn't respond, or I responded and said no thanks.
Yeah.
Because, bro, that shit, unless somebody is your fucking enemy, don't talk to the news about them.
Yeah.
You know, like unless you can tell that they're trying to write like a flattering piece about them.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea because they're just, you know that this is what they do, especially Rolling Stone. Like, Rolling Stone is such a big publication, such a famous brand name. But the reality is that when you actually look at the journalism they do these days, they basically take new podcasters, content creators, YouTubers, and then they just find things to pick on them for, and then they write these like hate pieces about them.
Oh, because you guys basically took their platform.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's
because
not
nobody
popular
thinks
no more.
about Rolling Stone when it comes to like what new music is popping.
Yeah.
But then they will listen to me, and they will listen to Ack, or they will listen to whoever.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so that's just like their thing. I kind of felt bad
get
for.
back into the music too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
We
what's
gotta
this
do more
guy's
of that.
beef
Fuck
with the
back to
media?
music.
Like, why was he writing about acting and writing about you?
Because he gets paid to do so.
Well,
And
that's enough.
And I guess he don't like us or whatever. You know, like when I'm looking at his shit, it's like, oh, you want to, it's like some guy with like 2,000 followers who's just salty as fuck sitting around writing articles about people that are doing better than him in life and trying to get some kind of traction off it, which I can't even hate on it because that's what everybody in the YouTube game is doing too.
Controversy. That's why I'm like, but he has a big platform to like a 50-year-old like white lady. Like,
He only has a platform because of the fact that Rolling Stone will pay him to write articles.
Reading the Rolling Stone?
Nobody reads
I don't
magazines.
think the people
If
that
they talk
watch
shit
No
about
Jumper,
somebody famous and the shit can go viral on Twitter, then briefly they will have a moment with some fucking attention put on them, you know?
But nobody's clicking Rolling Stone every day, right?
And they know that. They
Niggas
know
is
that
reading
shit
the
disappeared.
tweets.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They reading the tweets.
I mean, yeah, of course, you see Rolling Stone come across your timeline, you'll read the tweet, like, for sure. But it's just like, when we going for hip-hop or controversial shit, are we going like, what did Rolling Stone have to say about this?
No. And they can't afford to even hire like people who have relevant voices in the culture. Like they can never have enough money to hire somebody like me or Ack or whoever. So instead they'll write an article about Ack streaming on Rumble and say, oh, academics is alt-right adjacent. So they'll even try to call a black guy racist. They even try to put a black guy in the racist bucket. That's how not convincing that shit is to people. Like when I even like, I was talking to Ack about the fact that article was about to come out, and he is just like, bro, don't worry about it. He's like, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. And then it came out, and honestly, it felt like it did less than nothing because everybody in like 100% of the narrative in the Reddit when I was checking that shit was just laughing at Lush for fucking needing a shoulder to cry on from Rolling Stone and just complaining to them and shit.
Well, you got to think, for Lester be in the Rolling Stone,
he's
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Geeked.
So he probably got off way more than what they put in there. Also, just like he thought he was gonna get off back on Fig. I bet you they didn't talk about Lush World.
Nah.
Yeah. like for sure. They didn't even at you. You should have changed your at to Lush World for a day so people could come.
Man, that shit's sad. But yeah, I mean, like we've been through these types of situations where you have like tiny ass content creators that like, because that's the problem is that like even the clip of us just talking about Lush or whatever, like on the Clips channel, I don't know, maybe that clip will get like 40,000 views or some shit. Maybe a few more people will watch this week's podcast because they want to see us talk shit about an ex-employee or whatever. But ultimately, it does so much more positive shit for us to talk about him than for us to just ignore him, you know? And it don't really do much for us because it just puts attention on somebody that really don't deserve it, you know? So it's like us leaving him up Schitt's Creek and not talking about him is by far better going forward. So Remo, let us not clip any more clips about Flush at this point. I keep because I want to do the Donald Trump thing and give him a nickname and call him Flush because his shit going down the toilet. But I keep forgetting to call him that, and I just called him it one time at the end of this. So, but again, shout out to the people who be prank calling him on stream because they are the funniest motherfuckers on earth.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna do
it. Court, you beef with Flesh?
Nah, but I will.
Nah.
And
He
you know
said I will.
the
That's
funniest
great.
shit about
you don't have to just
Josh.
jump in.
How many times did he ask for his job back via his manager? Imagine being his manager.
At least 3 or 4 times within like a week or two.
So when he wants to act like he willingly left and he was fed up with the shit that was going on here, motherfucker, you begged for your position back. So shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Absolutely nobody on earth is falling for that bullshit.
When Rick told him to ask for his job back, that shit had me weak.
Rick earned a lot of respect from me at that moment. From me. I was like, bro, that was funny. And the reason why he got off camera was because Rick said something about how a bitch catfished him. And Lush got so mad about it that it was obvious that it actually happened. Oh, it was a friend zone, not a catfish? Oh, yeah, okay, that's good, too. Yeah, imagine how many times he's been friend zoned with his life.
That's what I was about to say.
He's just permanently in the friend zone.
Like if he do, it's like the drunk night with the friend. Like if you get her drunk enough to where she...
Y'all just said we not doing this.
But I'm just saying, bro.
We not doing this.
But you be coming
we're still in the middle of it.
You be coming at a motherfucker sideways, man. But at the end of the day, man, you were a fan of me before.
He wasn't a fan of you.
Yeah, like you're lying, bro. Like
he knew a few song titles.
He knew the songs though. He's like he shouted these songs out.
He went on your most played.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen. Yeah.
Well, since we're doing this, don't say shit else about Remo. Top.
Yeah, he did. He had a clip about Remo and Josh. That's when I was like, damn, he really going for it right now. He got a clip about Josh. Damn.
About my nigga Remo. And my nigga Josh.
Remo on the press list.
Yeah.
Hard times.
Is he beefing with Flacco?
He beefing with Remo.
I seen Flacco. Was it Flacco on that live stream?
He was so upset because we didn't like all right, so basically like Flacco was supposed to go on his live stream. This was like a month or two ago before we were dissing each other publicly or whatever. And Josh privately told Flacco, like, bro, why are you pulling up there? Like, this is a waste of time. Why the fuck you going up there? And so Flacco didn't want to tell Flush, like, hey, I'm just not going. Yeah. So he basically said, like, yo, I'm not allowed to go. And then Lush obviously goes on a fucking tirade and is like, No Jumper is blacklisting me and banning me, people from going on my show or whatever, when that was not the case, right? Josh just gave him his opinion.
To start the convo, Flacco was telling me how he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
That's how the whole conversation started.
It's so far,
probably
too. Like
why are you going to Santa Clarita? It takes a lot for me to go to Santa Clarita.
Yeah, that shit is so far, first and foremost. So that's one of the reasons why that motherfucker don't want to go.
You know why I drive to the Santa Clarita area? Is to hang out with my parents who like me.
Oh,
that's something you can't say, Flush, because you got fucking exiled from your family, bro. Like, your family don't even you're a Southern California resident. Your family is from here. My parents moved to Southern California to be closer to me and my family. Your parents live here, and they won't even get lunch with you, you fucking weirdo, bro. He comes from a fucking rich family. He's basically living out the plot of Malibu's Most Wanted, and your parents won't even get brunch with you. I'm sorry. We got to just leave it at that because officially shit is too sad for us to even like go into this anymore. It's too dark.
Look, why is you on Cuz Top like that?
I just got too much in my fucking brain stewing around, man.
That's why I'm like, Jesus Christ. Hey, you struck a nerve.
Because you know what it was?
The last straw.
You know what it was? It was like being on the honeymoon. It was kind of like, the only people that I'm really talking to is my girl and her assistant. So, like, obviously, I'm not talking about this kind of shit with my girl. Like, she don't want to hear it.
So it's all internal. You haven't been able to get it off.
Exactly. I'm just like living inside my brain. We're just thinking about shit that I kind of want to say on the podcast and stuff. But I'm not gonna hop on my Instagram story. I decided at a certain point, like, if I'm gonna talk shit, I'm gonna monetize it. I'm gonna save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Even my girl today. There's some I don't want to like name names, but there's some people in the No Jumper universe that I told my girl today. I'm like, yo, this Trouble in Paradise. You got to see these clips. You watch those? It sucks because if it was people that I didn't care about, I would put it up on the screen and watch it and fucking laugh at it. But I like the people involved too much, so I can't turn them into content.
Yeah.
But there's some people that work here / used to work here that have been. Man, that's some good content.
Oh, wow.
I won't get into it.
Wow.
Nervous laughter from the background. Do you know what I'm talking about or not?
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been wild. I sent my girl a clip or two. I was like, you got to see this shit.
That's crazy.
I'm like, I know you care about relationships. She don't want to hear me talk about like washed up battle rap guys.
Certain shit that take you on that too much time together.
I mean, everyone who IRL streams, it ends badly. That's one thing that I've basically learned is if you walk around in the world with a camera and you're filming everything you do, I've never seen it go well in the long run. You don't get a
chance to be you.
Exactly.
You have to put on this. It's you can't be you. Like okay, it's the camera, and then it's like certain shit I can't do on camera, and it's just like not even illegal shit. It's just like the world doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But think about you and your girl getting in an argument. Like, I'm sure it's happened a million times.
You can't even.
You in an argument for an hour, 2 hours, it's whatever. Next time you see her, you talk about it a little bit. You're cool.
Yeah.
Boom.
I want to chime in on this.
If
but
everything is live, what?
People are gonna figure out who we talking about.
Oh, they're already gonna know what we're talking about. I'm just saying, I'm trying to let most people not know. Yeah. I told my girl that when I watched that shit, I was like, man, I'm so glad that every time we ever had a little argument, a little squabble, that it didn't that like all these people online didn't get to see that shit. We're actually able to just argue privately and then make up and hug and cuddle and be over it or whatever. Because usually, me and my girl, I don't know if we ever went to bed mad at each other.
It's
a word.
Maybe once, maybe twice, but like usually if we get in an argument or whatever, it'll be good by the time we're going to bed.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When you try to sleep on the couch and shit, and then you be like, man, fuck
I never
that.
had to do that.
No.
We got a guest room too. I could sleep in the guest room. I threatened to one time.
I got a guest room too, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, you sitting in the living room. It's like, I'm just not going in the room. You know what I'm saying? And in the middle of the night, it's like, I need some ass to lay up under. Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on?
That makeup sex though?
Yeah.
Makeup sex is fun.
It gets old because I find females getting into it when the sex drive is not there. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're not fucking every day. Like
they start shit.
They start shit to try to make it up.
You know what's the worst feeling?
Start sucking dick and all that. Like, come on, man.
The worst feeling though is when you get in a fight and you just so happen to you ain't beat your meat in a couple of days, or you ain't had sex in a couple of days, and then the rebound sex or the makeup sex comes around, and you start fucking and you nut in like 30 seconds, and you're like, damn, I don't feel like we really just fixed it. You got a whole new reason to be mad at me now.
Pissed off.
I've been there.
What? A million times.
Yeah, too many times.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it's like, while you off a perk, you gonna go crazy, right? But then, like, go to sleep and wake up. It's like,
I want to give my girl some perk dick.
I'm out of there.
My wife.
Oh,
yeah.
I never gave her perk dick. I want to show her what that was like.
Did it on your wedding night.
If I had a perk, maybe I would have. But I was trying to recover from the fucking the jet lag at that time, so I don't think that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, plus you wouldn't have made it through customs.
I just heard the perk dick story so many times. Man, I don't have any fucking fear of customs. They ain't doing shit. You put the fucking pills in your checked luggage, they ain't finding that shit.
That's why I want to be white.
Nah,
I want to be white.
Nah, it's just everybody.
You guys watch these shows and feel like it's just like that everywhere.
Locked up abroad.
I mean, I'm not saying do it or nothing like that. No. Nobody don't try that shit.
I flew into Italy, not fucking Russia. They ain't gonna Brittany Griner me.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, bro.
We can't trade nobody for Adam.
I had a weed pen. I was cool because they didn't have Vladimir Putin checking the bags.
I would have gave it to Jason.
Look. You got to think Amsterdam is still in Europe. So you got to think how liberal they are to certain shit. Like, that shit is crazy.
But I will say in Italy, we were all standing around smoking blunts on the street and shit, and hella people are coming up to us asking us where to get weed and stuff. Because we thought that it was all good, that everybody had weed out there. And especially as soon as we leave the airport, we're seeing weed logos on the signs outside of like the fucking these little shots.
Weed, but it don't smell like the shit shots.
Yeah, it's CBD. It's some other shit. It was, you know the funniest thing? You know Danny Mullen?
The tall dude.
Yeah. The white guy. He fucking told me that he was on the flight or sitting right next to Desto Dub. And Desto Dub was off of Xan, passed out for 12 hours. And Dub, then I talked to Dub, and Dub tells me his version of the story. And he's like, yeah, that's your boy, huh? That white dude? Yeah. He's like, yeah, he was up reading a book the whole flight. He's just sitting there reading a novel. And Dub's passed out off of Xan. That mental image of them side by side was killing me, bro.
That's me and whoever sits next to me anytime I'm on the plane.
I feel like Dub sleeps with all his chains on.
Hell yeah, he's probably looking fly as fuck on the flight.
Today, I flew first class, right?
I
missed the whole meal.
Oh.
And that's the whole point of going in first class. I'm like, they couldn't get me up. Shout out to the bar gang.
Then they couldn't get you up. So you were on a Xan earlier today? Bro, you're in prime form because you're acting like a normal person right now. If I had a fucking 8-hour Xan nap prior, I would be fucking ugly right now on camera, bro.
Nah, man,
I would not be here.
Yeah,
I take like a little.
Yeah, you snap off a quarter?
Yeah, hell
a quarter or a half?
Yeah, a quarter.
Because I could have a great nap off a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter.
It's been a long time.
Like, I was on a 2-hour flight. It was no way.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want to do. What is it? 3 hours? That's no way possible.
I would like to podcast with you on a full bar. That would be. I feel like some wild shit would happen.
Some wild shit happen. I'll forever be banned from everywhere if I do that.
Yeah, you would start saying some shit.
I start. Once the bar kick in, it's fuck everybody. Like, what'd you say? What's his name again? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah,
I've been keeping that off camera. Then I wake up in the morning like, oh shit.
That's real. Hey, you see 1090 Jake's video about Unfunk, however the fuck you say his name?
I didn't see 1090s because I was working all weekend. I did see that it just came out.
But is it hypocritical that people are being so hard on Gunna, but then meanwhile all these less famous members of YSL who arguably are snitching worse or doing worse shit? Is it hypocritical? I wanted to get the Bricc Baby perspective on that.
I mean, it's not one better than the other to me. Straight up. So
Funk told harder. He told more.
That's what they're saying.
What? How he told more than how? Oh, because they showed the plea. They showed what he all agreed to. So exactly what I'm trying to tell you is maybe in like the real world, if 13 people already plea out to this and you just had life and big bro, all these people already gonna do what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Go back and live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be out soon. They don't got nothing on me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't never know what like, it's a brother thing. This the same. I'm like, he can't just go against the grain. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And he's still been right there where everybody at. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody's I don't know if it's people treating them differently, but maybe the fans, certain fans that just hardcore thug fans, but it's like, I don't know. I don't see him just playing to that shit after he's seeing what they saying about Gunna. I know he's on the phone.
I think it might have been before.
No. Gunna was the first one to take a plea.
You should watch the 1090 Jake video. And the fact that this fool got caught with a stick and got 9 years is just bananas. Like, how you tell, fuck the whole shit up, all your relationships and everything, and then you just got to go back in and do the exact same amount of time.
Oh, you said I should watch it. Quote something then, please.
Oh, man, I watched it like 3 days ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, because I was about to say, because, damn,
basically,
I want to see it now.
I wish a lot more than Gunna. Like, the Gunna thing was more like, but do you buy Gunna's narrative that he's pushing in that song where he's saying basically that they tricked him into, like, doing something that he wouldn't have agreed to?
He said in the same song that they didn't trick him.
No, he said that they did trick him, right?
Yeah, they did their thing.
Look, so what I'm trying to tell you is, I've said this in previous podcasts before the song even came out, and it's not. I ain't even really talked to him. I talked, you know what I mean, through DM, whatever the case is. I said it in previous podcasts that he was a first-time felon. This is his first real case that he ever fought, and I'm not going soft on him. Like, not one better than the other. Listen. This the first time he ever fought a case. He got these high-powered lawyers. You get what I'm saying? He's told not to be in contact with nobody from YSL while he's fighting this case. He's probably listening to this because he does not want to catch any extra charges while he's in there because he's never been in jail before for this long. He might have been processed in and bailed out, processed in probation. You get what I'm saying? That's not the same thing. Sitting in the holding tanks and being on the main line is two separate
Xan
things.
burp.
Now that he knows that I want to say it.
Everything's
it's
a Xan thing. Yeah.
Everything's that.
Xan pause.
So
Zan smile.
Call him Lil Xans.
no, so him being the first time offender, like and barely being in there, he's probably following the rules. You get what I'm saying? But in the real world, like with this game, you're supposed to anytime that you do take a deal, your whole camp is supposed to know that you're about to take this deal, and they give an opinion. Whether you do it through lawyers and follow the rules or send the message out to your girl, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to give up too much game, but send a message out to your girl however you could do it. You know what I'm saying? And see if everybody's on the same page before you plea out. Him not fighting the case before, never having to crime me, not knowing what's going on. Hey, they got a deal for you where you get out today. Like, it won't be used against you in court. You won't have to testify. You know what I mean? It won't be used against you won't have to testify at trial. Yada, yada, yada. You get what I'm saying? You know you didn't do nothing. They got you here for no reason, so you got to plea out. I don't think that. Did he? He couldn't have read them questions before he went out there and answered those damn questions. His lawyer could have just told him, reply yes, ma'am, to every question. And, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to, but the lawyers talk like that. Like, all you do is agree to the DA with every question. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know what I'm saying? You gonna sign and take your deal. But he couldn't have read those questions because I would have stopped in the middle of that motherfucker like, I can't tell you that. I'm not from YSL. You get what I'm saying? I would have just stopped like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? This couldn't have been on the paper.
Yo, a side note. Can we play this? You cool with me playing this? Because this is mixy. Bricc?
Yeah.
You cool with it? All right.
I mean,
we had to go over to the Poetic Flacco Instagram because No Jumper, I don't think, wants to get into this type of shit.
I'm learning not to speak whatever the fuck. I'm just learning how to speak like a podcaster, and I don't have to speak my honest opinion.
You don't have to tell us everything you know.
Yeah. So it's good.
I don't know who this dude is.
I don't give a fuck.
It feels like we should be giving him credit because he's really putting his neck out there. But man speaks on the ongoing beef between Atlanta rap groups 4PF and 4L.
Is not dealing with 4L. 4L up on them bodies. Lil Baby. Marlo, yeah. He know what I'm talking about. 4L, we ain't gonna say too much. We up on them bodies.
Oh, you say
this
4PF
shit
is up on
Oh,
the
wait.
4L.
On them bodies. 4L.
That's what I'm saying. They said
Yeah.
They said 4L
We
runs
talking double digits.
That's what I'm saying. They said 4L runs the street stuff.
Nah, hold on, we
and they
gonna
said
get-
4PF runs the music side.
That's
like,
not even. Young Nudie got 10 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Lil Baby don't got no artist with anywhere near that. 21 Savage got 57 million monthly listeners.
Oh yeah, 21.
Lil Baby got 31 million. Stop playing. Lil Baby sold 230. 21 sold 450. It's levels to this. Okay? They
With
killing
Drake.
it. And Lil Baby,
Right.
you ain't got no get back for your partner, man. You ain't got no get back for your partner, bro.
Who is
You ain't
that?
got no artist that's touching a Young Nudie first. 4PF is
What's
not
it
dealing
say
with 4L.
in the corner? It says like Pop Austin or some shit. Like, I honestly have no idea who this guy is, but he's talking like he knows a lot. I'm not sure if we could really look. It says Pop Austin. I know you ain't in
Pop
Austin, though, right?
No, Pop Austin Media.
Pop Austin Media. Can we find this channel? I want to know who this guy is because he just jumping out the window.
Yo, that shit is crazy. I never seen that shit.
Oh yeah. here we
So
go, Pop Austin Media.
listen, I ain't know. You told me, can you play it? I ain't know it was going like that. But
Nigga said we got up on the bodies.
I
like,
thought that was
He said
the
we.
shit over the biggest. So look, bro.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking this was the guy, but it's not TTE Naughty. I don't know what that guy's name was. It seems like they have a lot of different people, but
You got to do that. Yeah, there it go right there.
wait, where?
Chris J. Jackson.
Oh yeah, okay. Chris J. Jacken. So this is an interview he did on this Pop Austin channel. Are we gonna be able to find a link to his Instagram? Chris J. Jacken. Man, we doing straight research out here. This is the type
Shout out to Chris J. Jackson. He got a gang of pub today.
Yo, because
research.
Little research.
But this is what I be doing at home. I just be straight posted up in here, fucking. My home computer just looking into all this random ass shit. He only got 2,100 followers, but he got a lot to say.
Is he from Atlanta?
He's in whiteface.
Yo, right? Artist, stay to myself, do it myself. Oh, he is a host at Pop Austin Media. I wonder how he's feeling about the fact that he got everybody in the fucking world talking about that. Well, not everybody in the world, realistically, but okay. So when I say I'm the truth, bruh, how the fuck little old me got him mad like this? Are you really surprised that this is controversial? You're putting out the craziest.
I knew he.
Oh,
didn't
look,
know,
tell No Jumper I need that interview.
Man, tell you.
I knew he didn't know nobody. I knew he didn't know nobody on either side.
I ain't the first person to say none of this. I just said it better, and I got to the big blogs first. What is it? Tune into Pop Austin Media this Saturday at 4 p.m. I'm going to address you folks coming at me crazy.
Nobody's going to go listen to
I mean, because that is kind of the thing is that I don't think anybody on either side of that beef or if alleged beef wants him to be airing shit out like that. So don't be surprised when people are surprised.
Okay.
Double digits.
All right, so
I need to watch this full
from what
6-minute clip. Not now, but in the future.
I was about to say, look, so for me just talking like 21, I keep on explaining this shit. I don't think it's a beef. First of all, did Baby Drill kill Marlo? Did he? Because that's some YouTube shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's no way possible that motherfuckers would be best friends if it happened. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to go with that. That's a false narrative. They not best friends, but they so cool that I feel like even if it did, say that was so, right? I feel like Baby Drill isn't Nudie. That's Nudie's artist. He didn't sign him because of what happened in his past. He signed him because he was hot.
But you do know that happens all the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time. And 21 just happens to be associated to Baby Drill through Nudie. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no association there. Like, even if it did go that way, there's no association. It's business going on. It's all about who's doing numbers, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He happened to be from around the same area. You know how many hoods are actually in one area? It's still Atlanta. Like, the east side ain't just all Little Mexico. You got Little Mexico, this, that, the other. Like, it's 20, 40 different hoods over there. Just like in L.A., just because it's not Bloods or Crips everywhere, right across the street. Well, oh, no, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's them boys shit right there. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in them apartments. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same way everywhere. So it's like, just because I snatched somebody up because I heard him first because his cousin might be cool with this dude and this dude. Okay, he 4L now. We're going to put him down.
And the awkward thing about people putting out stories like that, though, is just knowing that 21 can't respond to it. You know? Nudie can't talk about that. Like, they can't react to that clip because it would be too incriminating or too mixy for them to be even, like, really putting their perspective out on that shit because they would have never chose to have that shit put out there, right?
Yeah, and it didn't happen. That's what I said. You don't know. That's a gang of, to me, I don't see nobody being, first of all, look up Baby Drill. I don't think that he was just in jail for Marlo. You get what I'm saying? So why are people saying that this is what happened? You get what I'm saying? Like, go look up what he just got out of jail for. It's not little bro. So it's like, this is what people saying, and niggas is keeping it street. Whatever happened, if people do know what happened, you get what I'm saying? It's just not finna hit the internet, period. So they're not finna speak on it because they don't know what happened. And it'll be like, it's so close to home that anything they say, the whole world is it might bring heat on him, and they might try to pick him up on just because. Because the whole world is reacting.
The crazy shit about it is, like, we thought the internet was bad a couple years ago or whatever. Like, you know, we thought that people were self-snitching and there was too much street shit being put on the internet or whatever. Shit is so much crazier now because you have people who are kind of like trying to build up their career off of taking shit that is 100% in the streets that should not be put out there and fully just speaking on it to an extent that is kind of wild. And another example that's super similar is FYBJ Maine talking about Tay Savage killed Blasian Doll's mom and all crazy. That shit. Like, I fuck with him and everything, but if that is true, if you really do believe that that's true, you absolutely should not be saying that on the internet, right?
He said this considered snitching. He said it right afterwards.
I guess like he's at the point where he feels like he got nothing to lose.
Crashing out.
And he's ratting on his ops. You know, it's like that's somebody from the other side to him. So it's like if he were to get locked up, it's kind of a W from where he's coming from. But he don't seem like he really identify as like a GD or like he gives a fuck about being taken serious as a GD at a certain point, right?
I think that shit is over with.
Yeah.
Just like
once motherfuckers start moving out Chicago to Arizona and everything, it's kind of like, what does that even really mean?
I don't think
you know?
he's scared of jail.
Who?
FYB.
He live.
Why would he go to jail? He's talking about somebody else's crimes.
You said he live in Arizona.
I can't tell where he lives, but I feel like he definitely don't live too far from here at a certain
I don't
point.
think,
I think he's on the West Coast.
Of consequences or anything like.
He wouldn't have to worry about jail. He got to worry about some people beating his ass.
It's a whole lot of. It's a whole little Chicago world in Arizona.
Yep.
It's a gang of them motherfuckers down there.
True, but him and Yella hate each other, so apparently that
For
ain't the
sure.
way.
He's
But Yella's
not-
in Vegas anyway.
But either way it goes, he's doing too much for them to be claiming him right now. Like I know that they not fucking with him for sure.
Yeah, who knows? All right, yo, I got to take a piss like a motherfucking racehorse. So I said it right. I didn't do the race car thing. All right, appreciate everybody who watched this. If you didn't catch it, the table was the guest.
The special guest.
Special guest was the table. Let us know what you
table's
think
back,
about the
man.
table. The tables have turned.
Tables have turned.
Tables may have turned. We're gonna have a special guest next week, though.
Bet it up.
In theory,
We got a week to figure it out.
let's go.